to the crossover, everybody. We're back with another episode. We got a lot to talk about today, ranging for basketball to boxing and to some other things that we'll get into today. But first things first, we got to start off with the GOAT of the WNBA retiring. Casual. How did you feel when it was announced that Candace Parker would not be coming back?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I mean this in the most positive way possible. I thought to myself, finally, not because not because she was out of her element, or she was playing terribly last season or anything, but you just got the sense, like, really 2 seasons ago, she was just clinging on to something that she had accomplished damn near everything that and we're looking at a woman that what she's done for the game of basketball on the women's end. I don't think she can get enough praise for that. Can you speak to, like, some? That's one of the questions I wanted to ask you. Can you speak to, like, what is the most incredible part about her tenure in the WNBA to you?
I think it would just be like her impact, like just her play in terms of like basketball, what she can do on the court. I mean, while she was hooping, she was basically what we call her, like, the female Kevin Durant, but she was like legit the best player in the league. Even though Kevin Durant did have his moments where he looked too big, it wasn't like actually set in stone on, like, because of LeBron James. But like Candace Parker, that's who we often compare her game to. She was a killer at mid range. I mean, and not only did she have like a stellar professional career in the league, she had a stellar collegiate career too.
Yeah, like, agreed.
She was like a 2-time champ. She put Tennessee on the map, and of course, Coach Summit took part in that too, in putting Tennessee on the map. She coming to the league her rookie year, she goes crazy. I think she averaged a double like her rookie year. Came in rookie of the year MVP.
You can round it up.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna round it up over here.
Yeah, we're gonna round it up.
Yeah, rookie of the year and MVP in the same year, and that's not something a lot of athletes in their first professional career can do.
Yeah,
she won 3 different rings with 3 different franchises. She played with the Sparks, Chicago, which is where she had her best years, the Chicago Sky, and finished it off with the Las Vegas Aces. And there's no better way than to finish off your years with winning a championship, which is exactly what she did. She won a chip her last year. Even though she didn't play because she was hurt, she still kind of went out with a bang. And like, I almost wanted to cry when I was reading her Instagram post and her talking about her retiring. It was like she had she understood that her body and her heart was ready to let go, but she just wanted her mind to catch up.
Yeah.
She mentally wasn't, like, prepared. And I think that's something that a lot of players, a lot of athletes in their last couple of years deal with. And I think LeBron James would kind of deal with something like that too. But no, like, she's literally debatably the greatest WNBA player of all time. Where do you rank her exactly at, Casual?
I know for a fact she's a top 20 all time. I don't know if I would have to think about it, like, really in like intensely, but I know for a fact she's top 20. I'll say that to be safe, but I do also want to, like, echo your sentiments about her. I don't think that people, like, she from off the court, she was the introduction for a lot of people, like my age and older. My age and younger. She was the introduction to the WNBA. For people that maybe weren't that interested in the WNBA, but they heard about this player or that player. It was her, and it was Diana Taurasi. Like that, it was like those two, like, became synonymous with the WNBA, and so like for her to be that, like, that dominant of a player from the moment she entered in, I don't think there's a lot of rookies in just sports period that could put forth the dominance that she put in, because you were talking about how she won MVP and Rookie of the Year. Talk about the fact that a large reason why she won MVP and Rookie of the Year was because she was top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year votes.
Yes.
She was that elite of a defender.
She's top 15
Yeah.
She's like top 15 and like with a finished career. Now that her career is actually set in stone, she's top 15 and like except I think steals. She's not top 15 in steals, but she's top 15 in almost every category that the WNBA records.
Exactly, and the fact that I think the ring that she won, what was it? It was about 3 years ago. The fact that the her winning that ring, that was more impressive than anything to me, because you could even tell on the court she just was offensively, she was not the player that she once was, but she gave Chicago everything she had for that playoff run.
She did. She definitely
gave
did.
them everything she could.
If I'm not mistaken, she won Depoy. She won Depoy during her time over there in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, which is when she was obviously a bit older. But this woman, like, to me, she's top.
Wait, no. She didn't win Depoy. She didn't win Depoy in Chicago. She won Depoy in
last year in
LA.
in the Spark. Okay, that's what it was. Okay,
yeah, so she won DPOY, but she was first team WNBA the year after they won the championship.
Yeah. But like she played 16 years in the WNBA, and that's like what she's done in her career is just insane to me. It makes her top 3 worthy. And like top you mentioned, top 3 definitely. I think she's under. I would put her under Cheryl. Cynthia Cooper. I put her under Cynthia Cooper, and which is kind of that way because like Cynthia Cooper was kind of coming out, and then now you bringing in like a Candace Parker, Diana Taurasi. They coming in kind of somewhat during that
time.
You
put her over Maya Moore?
No, and then I would put Maya Moore second.
That's why I was about to say top 3.
Like, I put her.
That's why I said. That's why I said.
How about Tamika Catchings?
That's why I said I think we really gotta think hard about this, because like there is at least like we didn't even mention Lisa Leslie.
But yeah, also too, let's not Candace Parker. I mean, I'm not mad somebody say Candace Parker is on that level in that conversation, simply because of her role rounded as a basketball player. Like she was a defender, 2-way. Like when it comes to being a 2-way, all around like beast. Like she also won an NCAA championship and a EuroLeague championship too. Like people forget these things.
But even with that logic, like Lauren Jackson, like we didn't even mention her name.
Lauren Jackson, I mean,
that's a like we want to talk about a player that was impacting the game on both ends. Like that's a player that she's top 10 in all-time scoring and 5th in blocks. Like she was.
I got her like 9th all-time.
I think she. You know what? I'm not mad at that because I do think that I would personally have her over somebody like Sylvia Fowles. But I do think Elena Delle Donne has a conversation.
Right.
She's not better. She's not better than a Lauren Jackson or Sue.
I mean, but here's the thing too. I do want to talk about too, because listen, when it comes to that's a whole different conversation on where she ranks. I think, undoubtedly she's a legend, Hall of Future, first ballot Hall of Famer, all that. Also, one thing she also did too, when it comes to being basically pivoted when it comes to it was her time to retire. I mean, injuries and all the thing, but that also is being said too. I mean, you gotta understand too. She also pivoted even before she retired in media, being calling games and being on TNT. So, I mean, she also paved the way, and she's not the first per se, but like more, but like she's being on TNT and stuff like that with Shaq and them. I mean, that's that's a big deal. So we gonna see more of that in the future. Hey, hold on. Too. Speaking about shit, drop. This is not one of those shows to drop the link to y'all. Like, we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Real quick, I just want to say, shout out to Mr. Mass, who's brought up Miss Yolanda Griffith. Yolanda Griffith
I was
is
gonna
also
say
a good name. I think shout out. That is a great name. I really think, bro, to be honest with you, I would have to look like really like the same criteria that I would look at in the NBA for NBA players, all-time greats. I would have to do the same thing for WNBA, but I know for a fact she's top 20. That I know that like there's no discussion there. And to be honest with you, like even with these names, like you could really make a case for her being top 10. She was that phenomenal of a player defensively and specifically defensively, but even offensively. Some of those years, she was everything to the Sparks.
She put that franchise on her back. But yeah, sad to see her go, but we understand that players can't stay in the league forever. So She gave us a hell of a run, a hell of a career. Well, I'll forever be grateful because, like I said, she was the GOAT of my generation. You couldn't have asked for somebody better.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Moving on, we got some fights today. May 4th, Canelo. I'm not even gonna lie, I cannot pronounce his name.
Canelo Alvarez.
I've been listening to recordings. I don't know how to pronounce it. What is it?
Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo, and I got Canelo, but what's in Jaime? I'm assuming this is how you pronounce it.
I'm gonna be Jaime. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep this short. I mean, you can come in when you time to come in. It's another It's really another nobody type of fights that nobody asked for. Is a big payday for Canelo. It's May 4th. You know how they give it up. It's Cinco de Mayo. It is what it is. Another a cherry pick fight for Canelo. Listen, we all sick and tired. I mean, listen, it's a big. I mean, hey, if you want to see, listen, if you're a Canelo fan and you like boxing, whatever, hey,
man,
Canelo
fight
right
Terrence
there.
Crawford,
Hey.
man, stop dodging, man.
I mean, listen, that's all we got to say. What you got to say about her? That's what I got to say.
Well, end of the day, this is an easy fight for him, but who cares about Canelo, man? People cooking Ryan Garcia for failing drug tests. Canelo Alvarez did too, so I really don't care. Give two, you know what about him. Man, this is an easy fight. Who cares? If he's not fighting Terrence Crawford or going after Bivol again, I don't care what he does.
Stop ducking, man. Stop ducking, dog.
So the fact that Jaime is, I read somewhere, is Jaime undefeated, right? Jaime is undefeated.
Let me double.
I think he's undefeated. Oh yeah, no. Okay, but that doesn't matter that he's undefeated. Y'all got Canelo.
Nobody asked for this fight. Yeah, he probably gonna finish him. He probably gonna finish him. Be honest with you, it's like, I mean, it's like he may finish him. So it's like, listen, it's gonna be an easy fight for Canelo. And Canelo, this is a big, like, I don't know the exact odds. I don't know the top of my head, but it's easy. Canelo gonna win the fight, man. I mean, it's really.
Yeah, Moose Talks Hoop said that Jaime ain't
shout out to Moose.
So absolutely. Got it. So Canelo should be able to knock dude right out. Got it.
Okay. Knock dude right out is crazy. Oh my god.
Sorry.
I mean, the reason is not a fight though, because he's bigger. I mean, the guy he's fighting, I don't know how to pronounce his name either. That's why I'm not going to try. Yes, he's undefeated, but he was a super welterweight. Canelo a damn super middleweight. Now I can see he was a guy. I can see he was a guy like a Terrence Crawford possibly. That would be different because we know Terrence could box just point blank period. So I think Terrence Crawford could hang in there with Canelo, even really could beat him. But this guy here, yes, he's undefeated, but you don't expect him to last against a bigger fighter. Now the odds got Canelo at a minus on 500, and it got old boy. That's a plus 360. So that actually is actually giving it like it's gonna be a close fight because he do got a reputation of being a great fighter. I just think Canelo just too big, too skilled, and fight. It's gonna be a unanimous decision. If he do knock him out, it'd be like the 8th or 9th round. But I think it's gonna be unanimous decision though, because I think old boy is not gonna go down fighting, knowing his reputation as super welterweight.
Yeah,
but it's an easy fight for Canelo.
Okay, so Canelo for the win for both True and Hearn. We also got the UFC 301. Once again, these names I cannot pronounce. I'm assuming this is Pentaho.
Alexander Pantoja.
Okay, there you go. Pantoja. Okay, got it.
Y'all doing us so dirty having to have to do this. This is tough to watch, y'all.
Hey, man, we all gotta learn about fight, bro. But they all foreigners, Cash. We respect all fans and athletes across the world. Go ahead, Mario.
Love is love. Love is love. Love is love.
So who do you have in this fight, 830?
Oh, glad. Thanks for that lob, Mario.
Well, how important?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful main event in the featherweight division of the UFC main event. Up and coming guy, Alexander Pantoja, dominant champion, going against a newcomer, guy 12-1, and Usyk. Now, for those who aren't familiar with these fighters, I'll give you a quick breakdown. The guy on the right looked like a third grade teacher, Usyk. Despite the way he looks in his face, that man is a dangerous man. I'm talking about heavy hands, good technique, good boxing, good defensive wrestling. And the reason why he's up against Pantoja earned his title shot because he had a dramatic finish and a dominant run throughout the flyweight division. However, when you go against a guy like Pantoja, the best grappler in the division, the most toughest guy in the division, this guy only got rocked by David Figueroa, and true know who David Figueroa is, the former champion, and he didn't, and David Figueroa didn't even finish him. He took multiple shots on the chin, and on top of that, what made Pantoja dangerous, the fact that he has heavy hands himself, not so much a technical striker, we would say, but he has enough power in his hands to make you respect him. And we all know basic MMA 101. You give him block high, you shoot low, get the takedown, and I guarantee once this fight gets to the ground, Pantoja is going to dominate. I expect an early finish. I'm surprised that this goes more than 3 rounds, but I got Pantoja, 3rd round finish, probably rear naked submission.
So Pantoja with the dub.
1000%.
Got it. Okay, you convinced me too. And now next we're going to have the crossover awards. Basically, these are awards that people on this panel have come up with that the NBA doesn't really like. I don't think the NBA gives awards out for these specific things, but we are about to. We got Role Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and Underrated Storyline of the Year. We will first start off with
Role Player of the Year.
Casual. Go ahead, take over. See what you gotta say, Casual.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to say we were a little short today, so we brought in a special guest because he knows ball to some degree. And so he could be able to help us decipher this along with you guys, obviously. Zeno, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up? Hello.
Okay. All right.
All right. No. All right. My shit.
What up, Zeno? What up, Zeno, man? What up with you?
Yo.
Now I'm lobbing it back tomorrow.
Okay, but yeah, we're going. Guys, Zeno on the stage, so he'll be helping us with the giving out these awards to the players that we feel deserve them the most. Like I said, role Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and Underrated Storyline of the Year. So we're obviously going to start off with Role Player of the Year because that's first on my list. So True the King, who do you think deserves Role Player of the Year?
Role Player of the Year, man. I don't even think this is even a debate. Who Role Player of the Year is. I think this role player was technically an all-star, but that's neither here or there. That's another conversation another day.
Stop it.
Nothing other than the bald Mamba himself, man. Derek White, man. Ooh. Derek White, man. Listen, man. One of the best role players in the game when it comes to his well-rounded as an offensive player and defensive player. Most likely gonna make all defensive first team. Yeah. Led the league in blocks at all players under 6'7" or 6'6", something like that. 87, by the way. He had more blocks than guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo, other big men, and things of that nature. The man's a phenomenal, can shoot. Just an all-around, like, just as a role player, like, hey, if he have an off night, he always gonna bring it on defensively. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, look, you saw what he did in the playoffs. Shoot, he had more points than KD and Devin Booker. So that's what he can bring you to the table as a role player, man. Listen. One of the best in the game, hands down the best. I'm gonna go with the Derek White.
Fits his role so well over there in Boston. Exactly what
the ball needed.
Jesus Christ, he scared me.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna send it over to A Sturdy. Who do you think deserves Role Player of the Year?
This guy, I think is another underrated guy. It was actually between 2 guys, but this guy, I don't think he was up for any major individual awards. And this guy, we saw, just like True name with Derek White, we saw his impact in the playoffs as well. I'm going with Jaden McDaniels. We're talking about arguably the best perimeter defender in the game. We're talking about a guy who's 6'9", who's able to defend multiple positions, ones, twos, threes, and some fours. And we're talking about a guy who's one of the main reasons and primary calls in that defensive unit for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're talking about a guy who proven to step up to the plate year by year. When Carter Towns was out, when Ant was having some of his struggles, even from the playoffs or regular season, he's not improved up to step up offensively with his scoring, but also maintain consistent defense. He shut down all-time scores, not just during this playoffs, but also during the regular season. Obviously, going to make an all-NBA defensive team. We're going to get to that later. But my role player of the year, Jaden McDaniels.
That's another good one. Casual, who do you have for your role player?
I think you have to go with Derek White. And trust me, I hate to say this, but
please stop.
But whoever keeps posting that picture, that's nasty.
That's
work,
not me.
That is,
that's not me, y'all.
Like
that's for those who are familiar. That is an accurate photo of Derek White.
People are going to see him. People are going to see him in their nightmares now because you did
jump scare. But anyway,
jump scare of the year. Is that an award? No. Okay. All right. Anyway, no, I think when it comes to Derek White, I think he's been the X factor for the Boston Celtics that's made them so elite. Because even when they go through offensive lows or offensive woes, if you will, Derek White is the one that steps up. He steps up in both playmaking. He also steps up in giving them extra floor space. And I think this is the best 3-point shooting year he's ever had outside of like his rookie year, which was on like 0.8 attempts. So like I'm not really counting that. So I think he deserves respect there. I also think defensively, I don't think he gets enough credit for how tenacious he was as a point of attack defender for them. Like he was basically, when they needed him to shut out a perimeter player, like he was the one they called instead of Drew Holiday, which Drew Holiday is touted as like a top 3 perimeter defender, but yet they were asking Derek White to do some of those assignments. And so I think when you look at Derek White, ultimately we understand that the Boston Celtics are the most talented team in the NBA, but they don't crush the opposing teams without Derek White's impact.
Another point for Derek White. Herm, who is your role player? That's you. Okay, I don't think Herm is there. Then we'll move to Zeno. Who is your role player, Zeno?
Actually, this player, he's in his second year, so I'm wondering if you guys will give me this player. I'll give it to J Dub.
Why did I know
That's
you
what I was thinking too. I was thinking
I wasn't trying to cheat.
I was thinking of it because well, he's in his second year, so maybe he comes under the notion of a young star, like up and coming star, so you won't classify him as a role player. If not, I would have gone for Derek White as well. But what he does for that OKC team, essentially being like a mini version of Shai. So whenever Shai does come off the court, they're able to essentially do similar stuff with him. His defensive ability, in my opinion, I think he's the third best defender in the league. Not in the league, sorry. Third best defender on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then also his playmaking also got better from his first season as well. And one of the more underrated things about him is in isolation. He's actually one of the most efficient players in isolation as well coming into this season. So, like, he just does a lot of things for that team that I think is kind of underrated when it comes in the whole scheme of things. Wow.
Even though Herm isn't here, he did say that his pick was Josh Hart. Unfortunately, we won't be able to hear an elaboration because I don't know if Herm is still here. But I'm gonna give my pick. I actually agree with what Zeno said. I'm gonna also go J-Dub for OKC as well. And I agree. I think a lot of the stuff that he does for these young teams it goes underrated. Simply because he's playing alongside SGA, who is one of the best players in the league, and then you got a player in Chet who does what he does because he's a great player as well. And also the fact that this team is built. I think the team is built actually very well. So like every player on the team kind of knows what they're supposed to do defensive wise, and like J-Dub just adds another level to the team offensively and defensively. He knows his role and helps that team out tremendously. I think he's the third best player on the team. I know some people were saying Josh Giddey, but I think after this year we understand that J-Dub is the third best player on the team, and I would give him the role player of the year.
Mario, whoever tells you that Josh Giddey is even in the conversation for being
that's what I was hearing.
Tell them stop talking. Stop talking.
Hey, I don't know what universe they was in, man.
Hey, these not beyond with these not bad candidates. You know what I mean? You obviously the three primary names we heard was Derek White, Jalen McDaniels, Jay Wills. Like all three of these
Zeno.
No, like real talk. All three of these guys. No, real talk. All three of these guys in large portions of like the playoffs and the regular season has stepped up to be either unanimous. Has stepped up to be the third best player for their respective team.
Zeno, all three of these guys. I would have picked J-Dub if I would have known. I swear to God, I did not think we would count him as a role player.
Gave it to Derek White.
Yeah, we count him as a role player.
He is a role player, though. Technically.
No, I think he. I feel like he's a star. I feel like he's an up.
No, he's a role player. He's a role player.
He's
right now he's a role player, I guess. But for me, I think he's on Tyrese Maxey level, and Maxey is an all-star.
And Maxey isn't a role player.
Two things can be true. You could be an upcoming star and still be a role player. That's two things.
I agree.
Yeah. They're like Jay Will. Like I just want to ask. I just want to ask.
True. Do you think that Chet is a role player, or do you think he's an up-and-coming? He's just a star?
Yeah, same way. I think he's the same way.
Okay. All right. As long as we're being consistent, that's fine.
There's different levels of role players too.
Quick question to everybody.
Specifically in this postseason, J-Dub has taken a step up as far as ball handling responsibilities. He's been having to execute plays on a more consistent degree. I think he's been taking a step up on the defensive end, rebounding specifically as well. And he's also, as a scorer, he's been having to create his shot even more than he did in the regular season. So that's why I didn't consider him as a role player. But fair enough.
But I was going to say, like, I was going to ask. So, and that's a good question too about MPJ. I think, and so at least speaking for me, for MPJ, he didn't make the cut. Not to say he's not a good role player. It's just fact. I believe at least these three guys provide multiple facets to their team. Other than one thing. Now, I'm not to say MPJ don't help with the boards. It doesn't as have not became improved defender. But I just think, especially in terms of value impact, these three guys right here, they provide the most. And I was going to ask the panel this question before we move to the next award. Out of these three guys, Derek White, Jalen McDaniels, and J-Dub, which one do y'all believe is most viable player to their team?
Oh, I think it's Jalen McDaniels.
Out of three.
I think it's Jalen McDaniels by a comfortable margin. I think defensively, what he does, he makes everything sort of come together.
Say that question one more time.
I said out of these, out of Derek White, Jaden McDaniels, and Jay Will, who do you believe is the most viable player for their team?
Yeah, I would say Jaden McDaniels. Defensively, what he does, it sort of connects. It connects the perimeter defense with the front line. His switchability makes that defense even more stout and consistent. And I also don't think people have talked about it nearly enough. And hopefully, like Zeno, I'm gonna lob it to you for you to speak on this even further. The floor spacing that he's been providing this season, even though this is a lower efficiency than he was last season, is actually quite impressive how he still makes himself available on the offensive end while also taking a tremendous step up defensively.
Yeah, I've spoken to some not Mavs fans, from Timberwolves fans, and I have been watching it. They did say that he kind of took a little step back defensively, but what he did on offense actually improving his shot creation ability. I know his 3-point shooting did drop a little bit, but just looking at his form looks a little bit more consistent and just smooth. And you can see in the postseason, he was able to create against Kevin Durant. I know that's not like the greatest, but from last season where he wasn't even really able to create anything to now actually trying to be able to create and hitting those shots, that's a big jump for him while still being able to provide that defense. So I think that's great for him.
You got something, True?
Hey George, we mentioned 6 Man of the Year last show, bro. I mean, we mentioned 6 Man of the Year.
No,
Yeah,
but
you can be.
between
I mean, but you
McDaniels,
even that though, like yeah, So like, I mean, I agree. I mean, I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Because like, I mean, it's because all of them got value. I mean, I think they're big pieces. Definitely, big, all the guys we named are very big pieces on the of why their teams are so successful. You know what I mean? In a sense, so I agree with that. You know what I mean?
Mario, which one you pick?
I would go McDaniels as well. You know, I think heavy on the versatility of being able to, you know, play. What didn't he defend KD like with KD or Booker?
Booker,
He spent some time on D Book. He spent some time on KD. He spent some time on Bradley Beal even.
And like they kind of, you know, Devin Booker didn't really, you know, look like the Devin Booker that we know until like the fourth game of the series. They ultimately got swept. So KD also did. So,
respectfully, as much as I want to hate on Booker, you're telling Booker to create and get to the rim against one of the greatest rim protectors of our generation, and then be able to shot create again.
The quote Ant-Man. Hey, they got KD, we got Jaden McDaniels, man.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Respect
I gotta respect D Book. I understand what he does, bro.
You know what I mean? That was one of the coldest lines probably this year.
Yeah, but I gotta go.
Okay. Go. I was gonna ask a question to you. Is it fair to say that is it fair to say that Derek White playmaking skill set, it can be a separator between him and J-Dub? Because I think we all agree that Jaden McDaniels is probably the better one. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the better on what?
Like no. Well, so I think I don't know if you gave your answer, but I know me, Maria, and Zeno, we agreed that Jaden McDaniels is between the three, between J-Dub and Jaden McDaniels and Derek White. Oh, who did you say? Oh,
I think it's J-Dub.
Because
he said J-Dub. I went McDaniels.
His all around
play. I think though. I mean, I think don't get I think J-Dub has a higher ceiling out of course at this point. But Derek White's in his prime. Derek White in his prime of his career. He has his prime of his career, so it's like I think that's fair to say. Daniels, but Derek White, I think Derek White, he brings so much to the table more than both those guys at this point. I think J-Dub can get there, can be an all-star, can be an all-NBA player. There's no doubt that. But we talking about right now. Derek White brings so much versatility when it comes to like just as a scorer, as a two-way, as a playmaker. Anything you need, he got it. Hey, listen, we got the oxtails, we got the chicken, we got the steak. Hey, we got the sides too, macaroni and cheese. You know what I mean? We got the juice. You know what kind?
I think you
underrate. Got everything.
I think you underrate J-Dub then.
No, J-Dub is one. Listen, J-Dub is a well-rounded player too. I said he can be.
I think J-Dub is the best shot creator out of all three of them.
J-Dub is the best scorer. J-Dub is the best scorer out of the three. Jaden McDaniels is the best defender.
The best passer.
Derek White. Yeah, Derek White is the best playmaker. I think even though J-Dub is definitely improving with his playmaking, especially in the pick and roll reads, I do think Derek White don't get enough credit for his reads as well. And in particular, he don't get enough credit for a lot of stuff he does off ball. Like he's one of the most underrated. He's one of the most underrated screeners in terms of perimeter players. I'll say him and KCP. Like those are the best screeners in terms of perimeter wise in the NBA.
Do you not think that J-Dub is also a really good off-ball player? Because when you're playing,
no, he is.
Okay, cool. I just want to say that.
Go ahead, Mario.
Okay. Next award we got up is comeback player of the year. So we'll start off with Zeno this time.
Comeback player.
Zeno, you got a player? Or we gotta come
Yeah,
back?
I'm kind of. Could you like define what comeback player would
Yeah,
be?
yeah. Can we define that just so?
My definition, or starting gonna go off your definition of
Sure. I
comeback.
mean,
No,
look, you
so
got your
any
Winners.
awards and
however the way I see comeback player is basically a player who not only had a better performance in comparison to last year, but wasn't expected in compared to the
Oh,
masses
oh,
last
I
year
got
and
that.
compared. Yeah.
I
Oh,
got you. I got you. Kelly Oubre. Listen,
right.
the way Kelly Oubre was getting disrespected ever since he
Yeah.
left Washington in Golden State, they were making it seem like he was the problem. Well, not only him, but Ken Basemore, and pretty much he was not fitting in there. The way that he was pretty much left until like the last day of pickup when it comes to free agency before the season start, and he now is like the third best player on the Sixers. No, no, no. Before you say Tobias Harris, no, he is the third best player on the team. I think that you really can't argue against Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre brings really good, solid perimeter defense. Actually, I think he's actually good to great perimeter defense. He's a good rebounder. He doesn't box out, which is annoying sometimes. And he can also do stuff like taking bad shots when you need him to take bad shots. So I just think, and he's also a great cutter offensively too. He just does a lot of every little thing that you want from him. I kind of think of him as like a worse Derek White. Not the shot blocking, but he's more in the passing lanes instead. Yeah, that's what I would choose. I'll choose Kelly Oubre.
Okay. Casual. Who you choosing?
If it's gonna be a little interesting with the route I'm going, but just follow me, guys. Zion Williamson.
I'm not mad.
I'm gonna give it to Zion Williamson. I think a lot of people sort of slept on Zion Williamson last season because he just fell right into the narrative that we had already given him, which is Zion Williamson is never healthy to give you like a full sample size of his capabilities or what he can do. He came into the season out of shape and people writ him off, and then he got back into shape. He was back on that bullshit, and he played 70 games this season. The dude averaged 23 on like it wasn't near as historic proportions as what he did in like, let's say, like his rookie season or the season after, but he still was like very efficient around the rim while also showing us that he has some playmaking chops. We got a glimpse of Point Zion. Like I don't know if people remember how impressive that was of what we were watching during the season, but when they put the ball in Zion's hands, his drive and kick game became more and more efficient throughout the season. He started to take care of the ball more. You started to notice him making proper reads, especially in dump offs and stuff like that, which is something that I was heavily critical on him because I felt like the only pass that he could make when he was driving to the rim was like straight to the corner, and that was it. He was being more diverse, so I'm gonna go with Zion Williamson.
Hey, hold up, y'all. My fault. Hold up. Let me see. We have a first donation.
Oh
We have a
wow!
first donation to the Cash App. Tiffany Ned, none other than Tiffany Ned. Shout out Tiffany Ned
Shout out
for
Tiffany
the Cash App. $20 Cash App. Appreciate Tiffany Ned for all the support you have shown for all of us, including my channel for over the years, and even on FWeb platform. So appreciate Tiffany Ned. Hey, say W Tiffany in the chat too if y'all
Hey, Dubs
okay.
in the
Yo,
chat for
big
Miss
dub,
Tiffany.
big
Big
dub tip,
dub.
man.
So, you know what I mean?
Dubs in
Big
the
dub.
chat for
Appreciate
Miss
you,
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
Miss Tiffany.
shout out to Tiffany Ned, man. FYF Hall of Famer. And by the
Hall of
way, FYF
Famer.
Hall of
Hall of
Famer.
Famer. For those who
You know what I
forget.
mean? Very supporter in these spaces we in. Sorry. Hey, sorry about that. But I had to,
No.
Of course.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna start doing that every time we get a donation because
we got
that's important.
Hey, Sturdy, who you got for comeback player of the year?
Shout out to my brothers on the panel, Casual and Zeno, for providing excellent answers. But this guy I'm about to say, he got unwarranted criticism and proven to ball out for the games he played during the regular season and especially during the playoffs. Of course, I'm talking about Uncle Drew, baby. I'm talking about Kyrie Irving. I'm talking about the musician, the true Houdini of the hardwood. Some people say the sage master himself. Listen, man,
Sage Master.
Kyrie Irving has been Disrespectful. We get it.
glazes
We
this.
get it. We get it. For some reasons, he was labeled as a unreliable player, as a quote unquote cancer to certain franchises. That was complete unnecessary BS. This man, when he's available, when he's on his team, he's proven to have a high quality impact and what we've seen on this team. We're talking about one of the best shot makers and shot takers in the league today. Arguably, some might say one of the best second options in the league as well. Kyrie has proven his value not just in the regular season playing over 57 games with Luca, but also proving his value in these playoffs. When Luca is dealing with injury, when Luca's having inefficient nights, or just going against a bad matchup defensively, Kyrie has shown that scoring resilience. And shout out to Kyrie too for reminding people when he's locked in, he's also a decent defender. So his job for staying in front of James Harden when James Harden was exploiting the mismatch against Luca, Kyrie stepped up defensively, lowered his impact scoring wise, but for the betterment of the team, showed you his versatility, his adaptability, but most importantly, remind people of who that man is. I think Kyrie Irving.
That game six
That
defense.
that Kyrie Irving is the comeback player of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That
Who the
game
king?
six
Who you
defense.
got? Who the king?
Here's the thing. This is I think this is a player that doesn't get talked about enough. He's probably right now maybe the most underrated basketball player in the NBA. Funny is enough, right? Um, there's none other than Jonathan Isaac. Shout out to I'm not mad at anybody when it comes to anybody's answer when it comes to comeback player of the year. Appreciate it. All great points. Hey, great cases. I'm not but Jonathan Isaac, let's people forget that he hasn't played really in 2 years, and he came back his first year as a full year per se, and made an impact to bringing Orlando back to the playoffs. People gotta understand, and I don't think people understand how good Jonathan Isaac is. If Jonathan Isaac played enough minutes this year, I probably had him a defensive player of the year. When it comes to anything you can do defensively, he's probably the best defender in the league. No disrespect to Wemby, no respect to Rudy Gobert. Like he's legit is a 2K defender.
Yeah, he's
What
not
I
supposed to
mean
be
by
moving
that,
like that.
he's a 2K. He's KD if defense. He's KD. Like you, if you say when you talk about KD offense, he can do everything in prime KD. When offensively, he was the versatility as a 5 level scorer, whatever.
This man
That's how
talking right
Jonathan
now.
Isaac. That's how Jonathan Isaac is defensively. Um, it's like he's really like I'm being honest with you. The 15 minutes that he played in the regular season this year, that's crazy, man. Listen, hope that man's hey, but it's job. Listen, man, it's so special we can do. Even the limited minutes he's playing that I saw in the regular season, it was so like interesting. It's like, yo, the amount of impact he did in those 15 minutes was insane. The fact that like he's really like not a lot of players can do that, y'all. Like he's very special. I've been very high on John Isaac for a long time. I'm glad to see him back healthy and helping it. Listen, Lando Magic forcing a game 7, and he's one of the reasons why. God can play defend multiple positions. Can put. I mean, he's very special, man. So John Isaac, I think, is comeback player of the year. The people forgot about him.
And the player that I've chosen, I'm still stuck between two people. But I'm a pull for Jaren Jackson Jr. I know ain't nobody been paying attention to my Grizzlies, but I, of course, have. I think what Jaren Jackson did this season was very good, outstanding. Even though the Memphis Grizzlies were terrible, he still managed to, somewhat carry our offensive load. I mean, we made history this year with having the most people in and out of our starting lineup, but Jaren Jackson was almost there consistently, even though the other players were unfortunately out. And I just appreciate what he did for us while he was out. On top of like increasing in points, he remained effective defensively as well. And yeah, I'm gonna give it to Jaren Jackson. We didn't make the playoffs, so I can't brag about us being anywhere because obviously if Ja Morant was playing or if we were just
No
a tad bit.
Zion, no Zion Williams. It's like no, I'm playing.
Yeah,
So.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to Jaren Jackson. I gotta give it to the boy from Memphis right now. Next award is Offensive Player of the Year. I think we know who this is going to. I'm gonna start off with Casual. I'm gonna get a mic to Casual.
Wait, what you giving it to me for? Like what?
Offensive Player of the Year, you first. No, I'm saying who you got for Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh man, y'all gonna do me dirty. Okay. Offensive Player of the Year. It's not really much of a question, is it? It's got to be Luka.
That's right.
Yeah, it's got to be Luka. I'm sorry, Embiid didn't play enough games. Luka, like that. I had serious doubts throughout the season. I had my ups and downs. Zeno can speak about it. Of me like questioning his impact, but you have to be honest about somebody and what they are, what their strengths are, and if that man can't do nothing else, he gonna run an offense about as consistent as you'll find it. Especially with the heliocentric offense. My main gripe that I had with some players, especially like looking throughout NBA history of heliocentric offensive players, was that the offense wasn't going to be conducive when you get into like high defensive intensity, moments. Luka capitalizes on like 9 out of 10 times you can bank it. Luka's gonna get you the best shot possible. And it's very little that you can do about it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Luka Doncic.
True to King. Who you going for Offensive Player of the Year?
I'm going to the best offensive player we've seen in I don't know how long. And the first, we going Nikola Jokic and Luka. Listen, I understand what Luka has done, scoring rise and playmaking, but let's not act like with Nikola when it comes to everything. When it comes to offense, as a screener, that's part of offense, y'all. Screen, that's part of offense. He's one of the best in the game as that offensive rebounding. That's part of offense too. And plus the playmaking, you add the scoring, the versatility as a post scorer, one of the best post scorers in the game. Also could stretch the floor when as a shooter. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna come on. We know one of the best passers ever. Man, Jokic's one of the best passers. We don't gotta get to all that. As an offensive player, like besides doing windmill dunks, what can Jokic not do offensively? We seen him even sometimes a little bit creative dribble a little bit. Listen, man. You look. Listen. It is close right now. Cause Luka this year, what he did was phenomenal. But I'm not gonna lie, but what he did was definitely phenomenal. But I gotta give it to the Joker, man. I gotta give it to Joker.
I'm not mad at the Joker pick. I just have a question, and then we can.
Oh no, hold on. Mario.
Yeah, and then we can move to the next person. I just want to ask you a question. Does it move you at all, True, about like how much more efficient Luka was from 3 this year on like career high volume? Like he said, like 10 a game.
It was close. It was definitely close. I'm not. I can't take away his offensive year. I'm not mad you said Luka at all. It's very close. I understand why you picked him. But if I'm looking at the whole game offensively, if I'm looking at offensive player of the year, there's certain things that a lot of things don't get talked about enough, right? When it comes to offense that you worry about, like you playing defense, like for example, you want to like I visualize like okay, if I'm on the court, if I'm coaching or whatever, I got to worry about such and such. Right? Okay, I got to worry about I'm worrying about a lot more offensively on a game of basketball I am doing with Luka and Jokic is doing it at a high level. That's my little edge on that. You know what I mean? Because let's be that pick and roll with Jokic with him with the ball without the ball is scary. You know what I mean? Them full court passes sometimes he be doing like is the outlet. There's a lot of things that Jokic can hurt you with, but we seen it, especially. It's this year. Then that's my only reason why I'm edging out him Luka out.
Ace 30 offensive player.
Yeah. For this year, I'm going with one of the most toughest shot makers we've seen this year. One of the most dynamic offensive players we've seen this year. One of the most prolific scorers. Period. To be honest with you, I'm talking about this guy right here. I'm talking about no other person than this guy right here. No, I'm not talking about the guy on the left. I'm talking about the guy who's smiling right there. I'm talking about the dog, Luca. Man, this dude is putting up 34, 10, and 10 essentially on 57 EFG and 62 true shooting, dog. That's insane. And when you take into context, and not only he's been consistent offensively from start to finish. Pre-trade, after trade, this man has proven to you that he can score with some of the greatest scorers in NBA history. He's only 24 years old, y'all. He's only 24 years old. And so for him to have one of the most I don't know why it's slept on even now, but like he had one of the greatest heliocentric score offensive seasons ever. It's up there. It's up there with Harden's, up there with LeBron's. It's up there with all those guys. And for him to have shown to do it with multiple bigs from a trash big like Dwight Powell to better bigs like Lively, like you see the danger of his hand, bro. Like the only shot creators on that team on the Mavericks is Kyrie and him. That man right there. So for this year, I'm giving the offensive player of the year to the leading scorer of the year, who so happen to be Luka Doncic.
Good answer. Zeno, you giving them?
I get it. This is a two-man race. As a Philly fan, you would understand. I pray, I wish I could say Embiid, but that's not possible. But I actually will go with Jokic. Trudy King has said a lot of things that I agree with. I'm not sure if you could correct me on this, Trudy King, if you said this, but one of the biggest things that kind of makes me take Jokic over Luka is that Jokic can dominate a basketball game on the offensive end while not touching the ball, not having that much possession of the ball. As we know, Luka is one of the archetypes of heliocentrism, just like Jalen Brunson, James Harden of old, those type of players. Luka can impact the game like those heliocentric players while having much less time of possession when it comes to the ball, and that's what makes me think of him as a better offensive player than Luka, because he's way more malleable when it comes to the offensive end. If you need him to be the offensive rebounder after someone misses the shot, you know he's gonna take those, get that rebound and then lay it up. You understand what he could do in that pick and roll, whether it's inverted or normal pick and roll. You understand that if he has the ball in his hands, he can make all these passes that Luka can do the exact same thing in. So I just think as a passer, I think Jokic is just better. And then I think as a scorer, yes, Luka has gotten better as a three-point shooter predominantly, but we all understand from that 7 to like 10 feet, in the paint, there's no one more efficient there than Jokic. And Jokic will be taking highly contested little floaters, hooks, push shots, and everything just be going in. And you're just thinking, how do you stop him one-on-one? I think Jokic is clearly the best scorer, is a better scorer than Luka. Is a better scorer than Luka as well. I wouldn't say clearly. I just think that Luka's way of scoring is more predicated on variance than Jokic is, and that's the issue with Luka. As you can see in the first round this season against the Clippers, a lot of his 3-point shots was not going in because those are 3-point shots. They are very susceptible to variance. Those 7 to 10 foot ranges where he misses and then he grabs the rebound and then lays it up or just pushes it up again and makes it. Those are way less like variable. That's why I think so, in my opinion. Jokic spell.
It's 50-50. I'm gonna break it and I'm gonna give it to Luka. I give the award to Luka. You gotta say more because Ace 30 and Casual already covered it. I mean, Dallas Mavericks, like their offense is solely predicated, and not to say obviously it's the same for the Nuggets, but like with the way the Mavs.
No. Cook Murray, because I was about to say no. It's not even the same between those two.
Okay, but I was just gonna say that the offense is obviously ran through both of these guys, and so, but with Luka, it's literally on Luka. Yeah. In my opinion, it's like
I couldn't tell this past playoff series though. But anyway, that's new. I mean, hey,
I think like Nikola was just blessed to have played with more offensive talent.
Shout out to Kyrie Irving.
Of course, shout out to Kyrie, of course, but it was
carrying.
But did Kyrie not benefit off of the fact that the defensive attention was on Luka?
Luka, I agree.
But I think Casual.
I think still though, like this, I don't know, man. I just don't see how people can think Luke is the person that you would choose over Jokic, but he caused so much matchup issues.
It's because I think for you and True, it's the off-ball ability of Jokic.
Yeah, absolutely.
He showcased his ability within the Mike Malone system, especially in that motion-heavy offense. Him being able to impact with the ball, without the ball. Sometimes he's not even in the play. It's him, as what True alluded to. It's him setting off-ball screens for players to get into the set so that they could be able to get an open opportunity. And so I don't think you're wrong choosing Jokic. I think when it comes to me and Sturdy, and I'll speak for myself, me, Sturdy, and Mario, I'll speak for myself. For Luka, I don't think he has the benefit that Jokic has of having all of those offensive players that have the wherewithal to make the right decisions, make the right back cuts on a consistent basis. I think Luka is on a team that they don't move unless Luka tells them where to go. Luka essentially he's in a situation where he's the creator and he's the beneficiary of his own play style of having a shit ton of people that can shoot. They can space the floor. They can also back cut when need be, but he has to instruct them when to do so. Jokic doesn't have that problem.
I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
No, Zeno, I just want to say, I don't think Luka's a better offensive player either, but I took it more so as the year. I think Luka had the best offensive performance this season. That's why I picked up.
We're talking about this. We're talking about this season, aren't we?
This season. That's what I'm talking. That's why I was playing Zeno.
Yeah,
it's similar to MVP. It's similar to MVP, DPOY. Like just because, like you might find a better defender, but he might be better defenders. But this person, I think, is due to situation and productivity, so on and so on, that they are more deserving of this particular award, which is Offensive Player of the Year. Luka has been. I think even in comparison to Jokic, I don't think this is his best offensive season. Like if you were to rank Jokic's offensive season, this probably wouldn't be third this season.
Yeah, probably. But I
think it's second, no? You think his first MVP is
I think definitely last year. Definitely last year's number one.
Of course. We don't even talk about that one.
You could argue.
I think it's better.
I'm not gonna cap. That's second MVP. That second MVP is nasty though. I'm not gonna cap. That's second.
The second one is like such an outlier that we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I was about to say second MVP is first by like a wide margin.
No, that's not first. Like, last year he was doing some crazy stuff. And B was doing crazy stuff too. But like last year, in my opinion, that was his best offensive year.
You're talking about this season. You're talking about this season.
Yeah, this season.
Yeah. And
he's saying this season is first and last season is second.
No. I'm saying last year. I'm saying last year. I'm saying Embiid's MVP year, the one he won MVP last year.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that was the best. That was the best. I know, like we technically got a better.
That's why I say that's first by a wide margin.
Right, and two y'all like also, I mean, bringing the advanced numbers and things of that nature. The Jokic also led the league in offensive win shares.
Oh wow!
He did I'm just saying it's part of offense. I mean, true shooting percentage, it was higher than Luka's. Effective field goal percentage was higher than Luka's. So it's not. I mean, it was close. But that being said, too, Luka led league in scoring, and averaging was 10 assists a game. So I mean, his hands down was one of those two. It's really a pick 'em when it comes to this season.
I wish it was more inclusive because I was gonna say to you this whole notion of Luca not having the competent talent around him to uplift his play style compared to Jokic. I would have been like, well, I mean, Jokic in 2021 was also dealing with like horrible offensive roster and still able to uplift them. But like
But we're
it's
talking about
this
this
season
season,
only,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
So can't even say that.
Yeah.
Okay, we are at the 1 hour mark. I need y'all to like the video if y'all have not liked
Absolutely,
it
like the
already.
video,
Thumbs
man.
up this video. Subscribe to this channel, obviously. Just enjoy. Get the likes up.
Get them lights
Absolutely.
up, man.
Yes,
Get them
follow us
lights
on
up.
Twitter. You see
Oh
the
yeah,
crossover on Twitter. Hey, listen, if you want to donate, you want your questions being heard, everything, case maybe hit the donation. You know what I mean? All that.
do all that.
All that.
We got one more award for the crossovers. Then we'll go into the NBA teams and things like that. Underrated storyline of the year. So a story from a basketball player, obviously, that stuck out to you guys. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of hard for me. I want to hear what y'all say. I couldn't pick.
Let me kick this one
I know
off.
the storyline you want to talk
Because
about.
when I was gonna when I said storyline, I didn't want to restrict it to players. This one of the few awards that's applicable to GMs, coaches, or
Okay.
players. So, in my opinion, the most underrated storyline that no one's talking about enough is Willie Green with the Pelicans. I think Willie Green's ability to be creative with their offense by having the ball handling responsibility between Zion, CJ, and Brandon Ingram in multiple stages on the floor, as well as doing an excellent job defensively, scheming, not only shown in the playoffs despite the lack of success, but also throughout the regular seasons of hiding Zion and helping Valanciunas with some of his problems, making sure they're not getting exploited in pick and roll situations or too crazy in isolation situations on the wings. I think Willie Green, especially dealing with injuries throughout the year he sustained, his ability to keep that team afloat. Let's be honest, we forget that team was, I believe, a top 5 seed before Brandon Ingram went down. And so I think Willie Green is the most underrated storyline of the year. His work with the Pelicans since he got there has been none but exemplary, and I think they have a good chance of making the playoffs next year because of that man.
Good storyline. We'll go casual. What storyline you got for us?
I'm gonna go with the Indiana Pacers. I think going into the season, a lot of people were sort of they didn't know about what Indiana had brewing with Tyrese Halliburton, a large part due because the last taste you had of Indiana Pacers last season was Tyrese Halliburton being hurt and the Indiana Pacers falling off the face of the map and sort of just falling into irrelevancy. But people don't realize last season before Tyrese Halliburton went down, if I'm correct, what they were the fifth seed comfortably, by the way. And so we come into this season and nobody is talking about the Indiana Pacers because nobody cares about the Indiana Pacers. And then comes this light skinned kid, 6'5". He has a fully healthy hamstring and he's ready to play. And
Had
up
to
until the
mention
point
skin
once it
tone.
what I mean, he is light skinned. I don't know what to tell you. But he comes back and he's fully healthy and he puts the world on notice. I'm getting it right now, but I don't want to lie to you. To start the season, if I'm correct, he was 25 and 13 with only 2 turnovers again. Jay, not to be sure. Yeah, I was dead wrong. 29 and 12, and he only turned over the ball 2.5 times on 53, 46, 87 splits. That's how elite he was. That stretch that they went through while he was playing at that level, they were 14 and 6. and then they go into the next month, and they're what's this? They're 7-3 going into the month of December, and then in the month of January they were 5-2, and then he goes down with the hamstring injury, and even with them bringing in not Tyrese Halliburton, bringing in Pascal Siakam, it just the team chemistry was off to the point, and along with him coming back too soon because he had the hamstring injury that reoccurred, and on top of that, there was a brand new dynamic between him and Pascal Siakam. It was just hard for them to be able to coexist for a time because it was sort of like a your turn, my turn situation, sort of like my Milwaukee Bucks are dealing with all this season. But as we see in the postseason, people know about the Indiana Pacers now. They know about their floor space and they know about their pace. They know about how the potential of everybody from what's my guy's name? We were just talking about him on the stream. Nembhard. They know about Nembhard all the way to Aaron Nesmith. They know about Miles Turner and how he's a floor spacer now. They respect him. They know about what Obi Toppin can be in a fast-paced system, as you saw in that last game. Him and TJ McConnell was able to shut the door on my Bucks. So I think the Pacers is probably the team I would go with because a lot of these players that's on this roster, they weren't given the proper respect that they should have been given through no fault of their own, but through injuries. But now they're actually healthy and they're going into the second round, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah, they go to the second round because they're injuries. Just like, yeah, whatever. Go ahead, Mark. Do
Zeno, who you got for the storyline, or what team?
I'll be real with you. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not even gonna lie.
You know the storyline. You know the storyline that you want to go with.
You can go last. It's okay. We'll come back to you, Zeno.
He knows Mario.
DM me? I don't know. I'm being genuine right now.
Maxey, Nick Nurse.
Yeah, Maxey, Nick Nurse. You lost James.
That's not really underrated though. I think everyone has been paying attention to Maxey's growth. Yeah, people been paying attention.
Nobody thought that y'all would do what y'all did this season until Joel Embiid got hurt.
Yeah, nobody thought underrated. It indicates like people weren't paying attention to it, and it kind of came off guard. Like
they
Willie
were.
Green thing. Willie Green.
I mean, that's his opinion. That's his opinion.
Was way more like underrated than the Sixers actually being good.
Hey, Zeno, if you need to tag on to my answer, by all means, brother. Like,
I go for the Memphis Grizzlies. Actually able to bring up some young players, and actually,
I'm not mad.
Zeno is such a kiss
ass. That's a phenomenal.
I'm not even being a kiss ass. I'm being serious here. You see,
that's a phenomenal underrated storyline.
No, because then, true, you let him off the hook. Because let me ask this nigga this on Sunday. He's gonna have Philadelphia all the way.
I mean, I'm not mad.
Man, do you think, Zeno? Why you pick the Grizzlies, man?
So since Ja Morant and some players had been injured during the season, they had decided to dig down into their bench, and I think they signed some G League players. One of them notably being Gigi Jackson, who has made some waves since being in the league. And not like huge waves, but actually getting his name more known around like the Memphis Grizzlies squares. So not only him, you have Vince Williams Jr. being able to show out and show what he's been doing. And you've been seeing that even though they are one of the worst teams in the West, they're able to actually, put up a good fight. Like, for example, against the Lakers, I think it was the last game of the season. That literally went down to the wire. And you know why that went down to the wire? Because of their young players. So I'm not going to lie. I enjoy, and I'm glad that they didn't just roll over and die when Ja Morant just left was injured or just was out for, was it 25 games because of a gun suspension?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah. I'm just glad that they actually chose to try their best and develop the young players.
Yeah.
Unironically though, one thing I do want to say too, Desmond Bain also progressed during that season too. I think people don't really recognize that as well.
We were high on him this season. Going into when we were doing our off-season segment, We were very high on Desmond Bain, and for the most part, he didn't disappoint. He did piss me off one game though, because I banked on him not scoring 30, and this nigga literally stayed in the game even though they were blowing the team out.
Yeah. True to King. What's your storyline?
Underrated storyline, man. They're gonna say I'm biased on this one, but I don't care. It ain't get. I don't think it should be. I don't think it's talked about enough. I think it's highly underrated. We talking about executive of the year, Brad Stevens. What are we talking about? Like, let's put some respect on Brad Stevens' name, man. That is underrated, my opinion. It don't get talk. We hear the Sam Presti's. I hear Rob Blinken name more than I do Brad Stevens, good or bad. I just hear his name more. What about?
Wait. Don't.
Hold
This
on. We're
wasn't the
talking
Celtics
about.
regarded as the most talented team all year.
We're talking
Oh
about
What do you
underrated
think? What do you think, True?
storylines. We're talking
What do you
about
think, True?
underrated storylines and other
Nah, do you
storylines,
think?
good or bad. Hold up, the underrated storyline. It don't gotta be good. It don't gotta be bad. That being said, other storylines I was hearing all year was getting more propped up than Brad Stevens being a great GM. That's just a fact. So it's underrated, in my opinion. So that being said, the move people don't understand, don't realize the move that he did make. But let's be real, sir. That's fine though.
What?
People don't understand. But listen, that's cute and all, but a lot of people don't know the move to understand the move that he did do. These are facts. People ask me, "Oh, he did that? That's crazy." People criticize that they traded Grant Williams and only got a couple second round picks. But guess who that turned into? Maria knows who I'm talking about. Xavier Tillman. Great, good backup pick. The TP came away. Them TP and second round picks turned into Xavier Tillman and Jaden Springer. Zeno knows this. Ain't that ironic though, right? Ain't that ironic? A Memphis fan, and we made trades to help better the team. But when it comes to the Celtics, also building to winning now, and also building when it comes to development. Also, the Peyton signing Peyton Pritchard was people Peyton Pritchard getting him on a decent deal that he was on. KP taking the pay cut. Drew Holiday taking the pay cut. Listen, sign that contract to Jaylen Brown, getting that deal done. There's a lot of things building this team. Um, Having the confidence of building a staff around Joe Mazzulla, also believing in Joe, not just believing in Joe Mazzulla that he could do the job, also putting the team, helping Joe Mazzulla put the team around him, coaches aside around him. As the Charles Lee, by the way, Charles Lee is just getting interviewed as we speak for a head coaching job. The Sam Cassell, one of the best assistants in the game. Hiring a consultant. A lot of people don't know this, 30. This is why I'm saying this. A lot of people don't know this. Jeff Van Gundy as a consultant, a great basketball mind, and we all know as a commentator and as a former head coach. So that's why, listen, underrated storyline, in my opinion, Brad Stevens building a future championship team. We're gonna see in a couple, not so long. It's gonna be long. We're gonna talk about
Hey,
that
you
another
know
day.
you
But guess
capping.
what?
Man,
You
this
know you
nigga,
capping.
this
You
man
know
kept the
you
whole
capping.
time,
Hey
bro.
I'm gonna
Like
give
man,
you executive of the year.
Mario. Let me give it to you in chronological order. From the off season, the Celtics was guarded to have one, arguably the best off season, if not the best season. They was rated an A by every major sports outlet. Let's get out the season. That's for the
can I
off
say this
season.
one quick too? Let me say this
during the
one quick
season,
too.
during the season, this team ran away with the best record of the year. And every single time they mentioned Celtics name, they mentioned their talent, they mentioned how dominant they were, and they mentioned all those things you just said. They Celtics throughout their whole year was getting their props. How they underrated in true eyes, I do not know.
Because when I said when I've been saying Brad Stevens the best GM in the game, people I always get pushback every single time. That's why. That's up. These are facts. That's why. And these are facts. I say he was the best GM in the game, and I've been said Brad Stevens. Not he's one of the best basketball minds in the game of basketball. Period. That's why it's underrated story on the fact that he's finally getting the credit that he deserved as a
But
basketball mind.
he was
He
getting
didn't.
that he
Hold
was
on.
getting that credit as the best basketball mind
Man,
since Butler.
hey, yeah, man, I don't
What?
want to hear that. But yeah, y'all, a lot of people don't even know that, sir. That's the point. The point is this: a lot of people don't know that. If y'all know, y'all know. But the point is this: people questioning why Brad, or can Brad Stevens be a GM, wherever the case may be? I'm not saying people ain't talking about it at all. I'm just saying other storylines you got was overshadowing the greatness of Brad Stevens as a basketball mind and building this team as executive. These are facts. These are facts. I mean, I'm just, hey, it is what it is.
Man, let
I
You
Herm
agree.
go.
only,
Man, let
I
Herm
swear,
go. Let Herm go.
I
Go
swear, you only
ahead.
get like this. You only get like this for the show, bro.
Hey,
I've
man.
never seen you get this nasty.
Look,
Man, let
Memphis
Herm,
is my
man.
pick too.
Go
Memphis is my
ahead.
pick. I didn't want
Man,
Memphis was
Your ass
who's your most
Grizzly
slept on?
King.
Who's your most slept on
Well,
storyline, Herm?
Damn. You say hold on. Do what you do.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
what you do.
One second, Herm. Mario, can you give your underrated storyline? I'm gonna come to you next, Herm, because I want you to, because you weren't able to give us any of the awards, so I want to get your list down the road. Okay, is that all right with you?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So I kind of want to. I thank Zeno for talking about the Memphis Grizzlies. There actually is an active watcher besides me. I know Herm, of course, is too. But Zeno, thank you for mentioning us as being an underrated storyline.
No problem.
The way that we've been able to draft key pieces in last year's draft class has, I ain't even gonna lie, surprised me because the players that we got, even over the past couple of years, the players that we've gotten have played phenomenal for us. Us getting, I ain't even like, it surprises me because I initially did have pushback when we first drafted GG Jackson simply because I know that he had attitude problems, and during that time we was going through stuff with John Morant off the court issues. However, Gigi shut every bad thought I ever had about him down. Once he started playing more games in the seasons, and even in the G League, Gigi Jackson was a monster down there. So and then as he was making his transition to come over to us, the NBA, it was there was still a bit of pushback because he was just so young, and I just wanted him to take his time. I wanted us to train him and everything like that. But due to us having so many injuries, we had no choice but to put him in certain lineups on the team. And GG Jackson filled those spots so well. I'm just so excited for what we have in store for like the next couple of years. Same with Vince Williams Jr. This initially, if I'm not mistaken, was not supposed to be the player that was supposed to be given the role that he was given. However, we put him in a couple of games and he succeeded in those roles. And he succeeded so well that we ended up giving him a contract. So I'm just like, what the Grizzlies have been cooking up over the past couple of years in the draft class, it's just been amazing. I can't wait to see how my Memphis Grizzlies team will do in the future when we are healthy, because we're still young and we just still have so much talent. And I also want to talk about the John Morant situation too, because like John Morant, everybody had forgot how good John Morant was. We was putting certain players above John Morant that I feel like should not have been put in the same sentence as John Morant. John Morant came back on December 19th against the New Orleans Pelicans and dropped 34 his first game back. Had all eyes on him. John Morant put himself back in conversations that he was supposed to be in and shouldn't have fallen out of either. The Memphis Grizzlies as a team, as an organization, is an underrated storyline. Everything from this season, even though they weren't technically great, you can pinpoint certain things in areas in which they've exceeded in. So Memphis Grizzlies as an organization, as a team, that they were underrated this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, when that man stepped on the court, man,
Come on.
he was a killer. That man, he was an assassin. What do you think?
We're doing a job.
I have a question for you, Maria, when it comes to but
Mhm.
go ahead. But
You
it's fine for me to
can
ask? Yeah, so me watching a few games of GG Jackson, I already know I don't even need to look at the stats because maybe it actually kind of undersells him. That man is a shooter. He already has the physical body and tools, I feel like, to be a good perimeter defender, being able to move around screens, and his foot speed isn't bad by any means. So he seems like he can actually move his feet on the perimeter too. Do you honestly, what is your ceiling for GG Jackson? I'm actually curious.
That's a good question. I think he can exceed the being a great role player. So I would say all-star. I think GG could be an all-star.
Okay.
All-star level.
Interesting.
Yeah. Whether that be with us or any other team. I still think he could be.
I agree. I was out on Gigi before the draft. I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my underrated storyline. We'll move it to Herm. Casual. What specifically do you want?
Okay, so Herm, you ready, OG? I'm gonna hit you with the awards. You just go ahead and give your take on which ones are you ready to ride with. You ready?
All right, let's get it.
All right, role player of the year.
I'm gonna say Josh Hart.
Mm.
Josh Hart from the New York Knicks. He displayed it in these playoffs so far. This man had a game. He got 16 rebounds as a guard. He does all the small things the Knicks need him to do. If he needs to score, he'll put the ball in the hole. He'll score key buckets. If he need to play defense, he'll play hard-nosed defense. Like I said, you need him to rebound. He's going to get those rebounds. Whatever the Knicks has needed him to do, he'll do. Whatever was missing for the Knicks in that game, he has done it so far. He's really been the energizer, really been the guy that been keeping things together and keeping the Knicks, giving the Knicks high energy consistently. Josh Hart has been amazing for the New York Knicks, man. I think that's the role player of the year. I think he should get more praise for being that and recognized as one of the best role players in the NBA, period.
I like that pick, especially with what he's doing right now for the Knicks, specifically against Philadelphia 76ers. His rebounding, offensive rebounding specifically, and just him being willing to do whatever is necessary. So I like that pick. All right, you ready for the next one?
Let's get it.
All right, comeback player of the year.
Now that's kind of tough because I kind of been stuck on it for a while now. But comeback player of the year, I actually would have. This who I was gonna pick at first until what happened to him. I was gonna pick Kawhi Leonard, but what happened to him though in the playoffs. But I'm gonna give it to Kyrie Irving. I'm gonna tell people why. Kyrie Irving was in a situation that a lot of people didn't like him. The media wasn't talking about it anymore. He was getting dissed by even his contemporaries in the NBA. He was viewed as an unlikable guy, as a guy that was selfish. What Kyrie Irving displayed this season for the Dallas Mavericks, what he displayed in that first round, do y'all see how the media is treating him now? They're asking him real questions. They're treating him like an actual human being. They're actually giving him the respect that he should have been given to in the first place. He just got a different view, philosophy on life. They even recognize this man as a philanthropist. They recognize him as, yeah, my bad for saying it wrong.
Nah, you good, OG. You good.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, they recognize him as that now. The transition that he's overcame a lot of obstacles. We know the shit show that was going on in Brooklyn. So now we've seen him single-handedly kept the Dallas Mavericks together, and he outplayed the Clippers' best players. Outplayed them. He was better than James Harden and PG combined in that series. And now he's getting the respect that he deserves. So Kyrie Irving, to me, comeback player of the year.
Best player in the series.
And he's also taking on that leadership role because if I'm not mistaken, PJ Washington hinted at him, being the leader for the team, and which is something that we always associate negativity towards Kyrie and his leadership, even back to like Boston Celtics days. So, like every aspect, dang near Kyrie is just like shut everything down.
Yeah, the growth. It's definitely growth. We see the growth because that's
the key word right there. I like that, true. I like that's a great.
We see the growth because I mean, at one point, hey, it was like, come on, hey, but listen, I respect it. He was young, man. He was only 20. He's early 20s, man. It is what it is, man. Leading the ball soldiers at that age ain't easy. But guess what? He can do. It's all about growth.
It helps when you got a NBA legend point guard coaching you too, and J Kidd. It helps. He respects J Kidd to the utmost, so that helps for Kyrie as well.
Absolutely.
And it helps when you're in a situation that isn't as toxic. I think Brooklyn was sort of setting him up for failure as far as asking him to be a little bit more than what he's capable of being. Boston as well. I think when you look at Kyrie, he's in a situation where, hey, your role is this, and we're not asking you to be much more than that. Anything else you can give us, that's extra.
But he was a lockdown defender in this series.
Game 6 for Kyrie is something real. Game 6, Kyrie is something real right now.
And it also went out there, like, especially off of last year, basically, when we were just trying to figure out what Luka and Kyrie were going to do together. How is this duo going to work?
Yeah, and Kyrie was doing a lot of carrying this shit. Listen, man,
carrying is a little low deep, but
I mean, hey, man, he was two-way. Yeah, he was Kyrie, a two-way player in 2024. Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, a lot of affecting the game different way. I'm just saying, Luka was struggling. Luka, I mean, and shout out to Luka for keeping it real. You got to give it up. Listen, we wouldn't win it. I mean, because listen, a lot of times
don't play the way he does. Yeah,
defense, especially defensively. Because, like I said, they won this playing great defense. So, hey, Kyrie,
we gotta do these all NBA.
Yeah, hold on.
Kyrie, best defender on the
You got 2 more. You ain't getting off easy. You ain't getting off easy, OG. You ain't getting off easy. You ready? We got 2 more for you. All right.
Let's get it.
All right. Offensive player of the year.
Offensive player of the year. I'm gonna give it to Nikola Jokic. What he displayed the whole season for us dominating on all 3 levels of offense. Being the best passer, probably still the best passer in the NBA as well. Offensive rebounds, he's been amazing on the boards the whole year offensively. He just controls the whole damn game offensively. This man is the offense. They say, what sets you run? Hey, we just gonna give Jokic the ball, and we gonna see what Jokic can do for it. That's all you basically gotta do. He's the offense. So man, I'm gonna keep it simple. I got Nikola Jokic Offensive Player of the Year.
I like that. And then lastly, we're gonna do. I want to know what your underrated storyline of the year is.
The respect Jamal Murray should be recognized as a superstar now.
Superstar.
Yes, I'm gonna tell people why though. A lot of people they'll look at his numbers. Okay, he's a simple probably 19, 20 points a game, give you about 4 or 5 assists. Not outstanding numbers at all, but he just coasting through the regular season. But when the lights are on, when shit get real, when everything is on the line, we see Jamal Murray what he did for the Lakers. Without his play, without how he was carrying the Nuggets in those 3rd and 4th quarters, the Nuggets ass would be home right now. As great as Nikola Jokic is, they needed every bit of clutchness, every bit of big shot making from Jamal Murray, hitting those game winners. Hey, taking over games late in the game. Yeah, true. I know you going crazy over there. I know you going crazy. But guess what? Jamal Murray is probably the clutchest player in the NBA. The clutchest player in the NBA. He's probably the clutchest in the NBA.
I'm about to get the drugs you spoke right here.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Oh, you about to say something, Sturdy? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say that, bro. Like, it's the curve convenient, dog. I'm sorry.
MC Robinson, that's a good analogy too. MC Robinson, that's probably the perfect analogy. That's wrong with
that's perfect. He's the Julie Edelman of the NBA. You know, that's perfect.
Real quick, before we move on to the next topic, I want to salute the 124 YouTube watchers that we have right now on YouTube. Make sure if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to FRF Sports Debates. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that notification button, because we're not the only show that comes up on here, and we could really use you guys' support however you guys see fit. We want to send salutes to the 4 likes on our Facebook. Salute to you guys for watching us, and thank you for hitting that like button. If you guys see the Cash App, the Crossover Podcast, please make sure if you have anything, it could be 50 cents, $1. We'll take it. we appreciate anything that you guys do to support. Please make sure to go
email me that food stamp card number.
Bingo, EBT. Yes. Make sure to go to Twitter or X, formerly known as Twitter. Make sure to hit that follow button. We also do Twitter Spaces anytime we get a chance to, and we will post you guys up on that. And then one last thing, chat, I want you guys to tell us. We told you guys who our offensive player of the year is. Please let us know who your defensive player of the year is this season. All right, so Mario, I'm gonna kick it off to you so that we can go ahead and get into the next topic.
The next thing that we have are the actual or our NBA awards. We got all NBA first and second team. We'll do all defensive team, and then if there was a third defensive team, who would make it? Going back to the All NBA first, second, and third team, basically your top 15 players, because this year, All NBA is positionless. I don't know how long it's been like that. Has it been like there a year or two?
It just started.
No, this is the first year.
Started this season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and you can't have played less than 65 games. So basically, to me, if like All NBA is literally just your top 15 players in the league. So we're gonna start this off with True the King. Who is your All NBA?
It's really
that's first team. First team.
All NBA first team.
This is simple. I got Jason Tatum.
Okay.
That's all off the bat. It's all off the bat.
Oh my god.
All the bat. I gotta get. Hey, we got Luka Doncic.
Okay.
I guess that's not surprising, right? I don't know. Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
Why my mind getting blank for some reason? That's weird. I just wrote it down. Giannis.
Yep.
Giannis.
Come on.
Steph, SGA.
Hold on.
Stop
now.
All right,
SGA.
You let that man off easy, man. He was, you know, he's gonna forget SGA. God damn it, Zeno.
Oh, I don't know how bad his memory is.
Now, I was gonna look it up though. Now I was gonna see it.
I'm just saying.
I need this man to slip up and say Jaylen Brown or something, man.
I was wondering how long it was gonna take for him to say it, and Zeno saved him. El Zeno. Put El Zeno.
Man, I got the same first team. I got the same first team with Luka Giannis number 1. Gotta get that straight. Number 2, Joker. Number 3, Luka. Number 4, SGA, and number 5, Tatum. That was my first team.
Okay. Zeno, who you got?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right. Giannis, Jokic, SGA, Luka.
One more.
And AD. Let's go.
AD.
You're so AD. You're so AD.
You say Nikola? You said Nikola.
AD. Yeah, I did say Jokic.
Okay, you just say Jokic. Okay. Herb, are you still there, my brother?
Oh yeah, I'm there, sister. I'm there, but
I hate on Tatum.
I got everybody. But I'm taking Jason Tatum off and replace him with Jalen Brunson.
Thank you.
And that's all right. You guys are worse, bro.
What Jalen Brunson has displayed for the New York Knicks, especially since Julius Randle went down, and even with Julius Randle being out, the Knicks still got the number 2 seed. Yes, Giannis and the Bucks had their issues, but end of the day, nobody pictured the Knicks being the 2nd seed. They got a big series win over Philly. People still thought Philly was gonna pull that off. Obviously, even one of them saying that Philly was going to somehow pull that series off. The Knicks got a path to make their first Eastern Conference Finals since the Patrick Ewing era. End of the day, what Jalen Brunson has done, I never seen Jason Tatum lead the team the way Jalen Brunson leading the team. So I'm putting Jalen Brunson over Jason Tatum in the first team, All-NBA team.
Wait, before you go casual, is there any pushback to him kicking Jason Tatum out and putting Brunson?
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Is there any
I guess I don't know, man. I don't.
Oh my god.
We got a different opinion though, but like it's like opinion and it's like this.
His opinion is opinion, and ain't
the Knicks are back,
opinion.
Man. The
His
Knicks
opinion.
Are back,
No. You opinion, and then like what that was. I don't know.
Real question: Who's actually the best player on that team? KP or Jason Tatum?
Okay, all right, buddy. All right.
We'll say
that. Hey, that's true. That's loud right there.
Well, let's hear your talk.
Chad, I just want y'all to know you can only find trolling like that over on Vandy Sports Debates live Sundays. But
W plug.
You know it's love. W plug, right? I'm gonna go Jalen Brunson. I'm follow OG. I'm going Jalen Brunson, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic. I think the controversy one is probably Jalen Brunson, but I think when you look at what Jalen Brunson had to do for this team, just think about this: a Tom Thibodeau led offense was top 10 in offense. They were 7th, and a large reason of that was due to Jalen Brunson, not just from a scoring output, but he progressed as a playmaker. Like I don't think people understand when Julius Randle went down, he was everything to that offense, and everybody sort of rid off the New York Knicks saying that, now that Julius Randle was gone, that's 23 points. Where you gonna get that from? And then Jalen Brunson said, "Okay, let me show you what I can do." And he put on 40 pointers and 50 pointers, and he's over here leading the offense with Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart, and he's maximizing those offensive players. So I give him the nod over Jason Tatum.
Wow, Duke in the comments said that's nasty, and Tiffany said this is
absolutely. Hey, they preaching right now though. Absolute preaching. That's
but Miss Tiffany, you gay like come on, like don't do me like that.
I got a lot to say. We get a chance. I got a lot to say. We get a chance. A lot of hypocrisy.
Who's the next person?
We gotta give True a chance to respond to this, man.
Okay.
No, you gonna respond, but like, give me a second. Like, who next?
Next. We gonna have time.
And my top 5 basically consists of what I think True the King said it earlier: Jason Tatum, Giannis, Nikola, as much as I don't want to say SGA, and Luka. I think pretty much comments. I did think that's gonna be the All NBA first team right there.
We just be led.
I don't think AD making first team.
Hey, yeah, I don't know why he said the trolling. It must stop.
But did y'all want to discuss the first teams, or we gonna move on to the second team?
I think we understand that we're gonna disagree. We're gonna agree to disagree on this Tatum thing.
Let you.
I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna
give his feel to give 1 minute.
Isaiah Thomas had a similar season in this, and y'all didn't give that man no love about no NBA first team at that time during those conversations. Now, I ain't saying he deserved it or not, but when Isaiah Thomas was having a similar season, which a lot of people this season have compared, Jalen Brunson having Isaiah Thomas season. How many times you heard that? And then at that time, when Isaiah Thomas was balling, Isaiah Thomas nowhere near should be in first team, which is cool. But now all of a sudden, Jalen Brunson gets the nod. Let's not get it anything twisted. Jason Tatum is having a absolute better season than Jalen Brunson. Doesn't matter. See, y'all, you can't sit up here and punish people just because they have talent on their better team. Well, this is what I do know. Most likely, he will finish first team over Jalen Brunson. That's what I do know. That's what I do know. Now, my opinion.
They go see each other in the conference finals too.
Can we slow down on that? Because we slow down on that. And now, like, when it comes to as like scoring the ball, we talking about deep. Let's not forget, Jason Tatum one of the best two-way players in the league. Like, let's not forget this. Like, let's not act like Jason Tatum is also rebounding the offense when it comes to scoring as the number one playmaker on this team. Let's not listen. Here's the thing, too, y'all. Jalen Brunson is not one of the best defenders of this team. Jason Tatum with more talent still acts to do more. That's a fact. Hold up. So Jalen Brunson. So we don't care about defense. If we go, time out. Oh, we going. So defense don't matter because the defense matter. Does defense matter? Because like I said before, I clearly have brought up defense and all that stuff before I made that statement. Oh, he don't do more. I didn't say anything about is Jalen Brunson playing is offensively. I'm not. Hey, offensively, what Jalen Brunson is doing this year. Hey, I'm not mad.
Tatum was asked to do more. True.
Yes, he has to do more. He asked to do more.
What was he asked to do more?
He's asked to be the leading scorer of his team, like Brunson is. Correct.
He was already
correct. Hold on, time out. I didn't say he was. Jason Tatum is the number one playmaker of his team. Correct.
No, he's not. He's
We can move on. We can move on.
Wait.
I'm done with conversation. I'm done this conversation. We can move on. We can move on, bro. Cause we can pick and choose. We can move on. I'm not playing that game.
You know, I'm honest with you. I'm genuinely want to have this conversation with you. I think what you're saying and the mindset of what you're saying is completely fine, but I think judging in the past what they've done and using it for today is kind of iffy. Because I do agree with you that back in the day, when it comes to Isaiah Thomas, that one season, they were scoring like 29 points officially and being the spearhead of the offense. I do believe that was a top 10, like a All-NBA first-ish team, maybe second-ish team type of season. But it wasn't given in that time period because people didn't understand how great he was that season. And nowadays, we can go back and see, he was something special. I think we both, because I really respect you, I think we both can understand that we don't need to make the same mistakes that they did back then with Jalen Brunson right now if Jalen Brunson had played to the standard of an all-NBA first team. I'm not saying if Jason Tatum is worse than Jalen Brunson this season. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing with the mindset with what you're saying. You get what I'm saying?
All I'm saying, but my thing is this too, to add on that season he's having now, not even better than that season he had Isaiah Thomas had. Let's not forget, Isaiah Thomas was the number one fourth quarter scorer that season. Like Isaiah Thomas averaged almost 30 that season and leading league in fourth quarter points. If the clutch player of the year award was back then, he would have won that. It's like when it comes to, I'm just saying, listen, all I'm saying is we can't just start picking and choosing in certain things. Listen, Jalen Brunson having a hell of a season. But let's if we're gonna start having a conversation about playmaking, listen, we're gonna zip through this lie of saying that Jason not the best playmaker in his team, then we just move on.
I disagree.
I
disagree with what they were saying.
But true. Can I just want I'm gonna say this and then we gotta move to second team.
We gotta move on.
The reason why, exactly. The reason why Isaiah Thomas was not in those conversations was one, the like we illustrated to Maria when she asked earlier. The benefit of having no positions required for you picking these first and second and third team, that was not a privilege that they had back then. So he was going up against the elite of the elite. And then two, the guards that he had to go up against was James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving. Like the list that he was going up against, those were that was high competition. Jalen Brunson he didn't have to go up against Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry didn't he had his off year this year. So he's not the competition. And then two, is positionless. So you don't have to make the mistake of, okay, well, because this player is at this respective position and he played at the highest level of that position, then we're gonna put him there. No, that's not the case. Jalen Brunson, as the lead guard of the New York Knicks, especially when Julius Randle went down, he had more responsibility than Jason Tatum had. It's not a knock to Jason Tatum.
That's not true.
But he had to be everything to him.
Defense is part of responsibility on the basketball. That's not true. Like, I don't know why we're dismissing that defense is not a part of responsibility. Like that's just not true. Okay. Like I don't know what we thought. Like if Jason Tatum is still sometimes, like I said, the switch heavy. Like Jason Tatum is one of the best defenders on the Celtics, y'all, and the Celtics is one of the best defensive teams in the league. I'm not like let's not make it like saying like when it comes to being the best offensive player of your team, we both agree Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is doing more carrying on the offensive load, which I'm not denying that. Mm-hmm. But let's not act like it's always the end all be all when it comes to Jason Tatum for how far the Celtics going to go. So let's not also play that game either.
Do you think it's fair to?
Hey, Zeno, we gotta go. We gotta move on.
We gotta move on. We got second team that we gotta talk about. So basically 6 through 10. Once again, positionless. Who do y'all have? I'm assuming Casual and Herm that y'all will have Jason Tatum on this team, at least.
For sure. For sure for me.
While we at it, Casual, you can go ahead and go first. So we know we got Jason Tatum. Who
else? Okay, so Jason Tatum, Stephen Curry.
Okay.
Is it Stephen? What is Stephen Curry? No. It was Jason Tatum, Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and KD, I believe.
Okay. Herb, who you got?
Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and give me LeBron James as the second team.
Oh, they said you said AD twice, Casper?
No, I said KD. I said okay. I would say
KD.
the names. Yes, I would say the names: Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Jason Tatum.
Okay, Zena, who you got second team?
KD, Stephen Curry, Jalen Brunson, LeBron James, and I feel like I'm missing someone. Oh, Jason Tatum. I was gonna try and bring him to that team.
Right. He's too good. He's just hey, Sturdy, who you got?
For second team, I got AD, Brunson, KD, LeBron, and Curry.
And True.
Bro, y'all cap, bro.
Y'all
like.
Well, I got Tatum first team. What you talking about?
No, I'm saying it's still cap though. I'm gonna read mine. Mine. Brunson, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, KD. No LeBron, no dang second team. Come on, get that old man out. This man no second.
Hey, trust me, Trust me. I was ready to get that nigga up out of here, but
he had a better season than Kawhi, dog. I don't know what to tell you. He had a better season than Kawhi.
Did he?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
I don't know about that.
Yes. However you want to do it, we can do it.
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it's hard to sit there and say a guy that was in a playing team fighting for his life, and two guys it's hard to say two dudes in the playing that was in the playing that two of them are all NBA second team.
It makes sense.
That makes sense. Met you. I wish I would have met you.
You know why that? No, true. You know why that makes sense. True. You know why that makes sense because we as basketball students and fans on this channel and people watching, of course, we understand the context of this season. This season, the Western Conference was extremely competitive. this like we all know, like this season, the Western Conference was competitive this season. So when we refer to All NBA, just like every other All NBA last year, besides positionless, is predicated off individual dominance and production. Those two guys, despite their team being a lower seed of their conference, still making the playoffs, still show individual dominance and high level production. That's what All NBA is about. We seen plenty of guys make All NBA teams that didn't make playoffs or who teams were in the lower end of their conference. It's about individual production and dominance. And that's why it makes sense that those guys look to All NBA on the second team.
It don't to me.
To be honest with you, before Spider got hurt, he was going to make second team, but he didn't play enough games.
I mean, I'm just saying, like everybody on that second team is the best on their team. But LeBron gets it. I mean, I don't know. But hey, guess what? If you do more, I don't know that argument.
True, because All NBA, you don't have to be the best on your team to make All NBA.
But do more. I'm not anything disagree. I mean, I don't know, man. LeBron, I mean,
you know that's true.
I mean, he's second team. He's probably not gonna make second team, y'all. Just my prediction, but
he gonna make most likely make an All NBA team, regardless.
He definitely gonna make an NBA team. I ain't denying that. He old, but I ain't say he not no NBA type of player. That's the difference. He 45.
Mario, you gave yours?
Yeah, I need to get to my third team before I forget.
Oh yeah. Quickly, I'll do my second team. So I got Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards. I don't think LeBron makes second team.
Listen. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, right. But he makes third team, of course. Well, we're moving on to the third team.
We got to remember the Lakers did beat the Grizzlies last year in the playoffs. What do you think, Marlon? Do you think?
11 through 15. We'll start it off with Herb, since Herb said he got to do this real quick.
Yeah. I didn't pick AD on my second team. That was crazy of me because I put LeBron there. But AD, I'm gonna start off with AD, Tyrese Halliburton, Devin Booker. This when it get tough for me because I really don't care for anybody else. But I guess, damn, I can't believe I forgot that fast. Can't believe I'm stuck on two. I got two more to go. Think. I'm gonna put Spider. In there.
He's not qualified. He's not qualified, OG.
He didn't play. He didn't play enough. Yeah, he did sit out
He
too
didn't play
many
enough
games on the
games.
team. I'm gonna put Kawhi Leonard there. See, I put Kawhi Leonard there. I think he
I know
deserved
you
to be on
don't
the
like
third
that.
team.
I know you don't like doing that though.
I didn't want to say that, but that's why I said Spider. But Kawhi Leonard is, of course, on an All NBA team. He did play majority of the season. It's unfortunate what happened to him, but he made it. And also, I gotta put one more in there. Could I say Halliburton? I say Devin Booker. I say Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard. Let me get Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is all NBA for sure.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's a pick.
That's a good pick. True to King.
I mean, we gonna listen. Listen. I mean, once again, hey man, listen. The Soldiers ain't win no 60-something games like that for a reason, man. We're gonna talk about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's All-NBA third team. One of the best two-way players in the NBA. God can do it on both sides of the floor, defensively and offensively. You gotta put him there in that competition. Can play. The fact that we're talking about All-NBA team being positions leader, this man playing all different positions also. You gotta give that a little extra credit when it comes to making these type of lists and these decisions. I got for our third team. I'm gonna say I'll put Devin. I'll put Devin Booker. I'll put Devin Booker there. I think Devin Booker had a great season. As more of his best playmaking season his career.
Mm-hmm.
Elevated offensively. I'm gonna put Devin Booker there. I like what he was doing. Sabonis.
That's who I was.
Thank you.
The bonus.
Thank you.
Like, why are we talking about the bonus? Hey, listen, don't get me started. Don't get me started, Jack.
Hell no.
There's a bonus. One of the best bigs. The bonus. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
He
we got
shouldn't be on no All NBA team.
Thank God.
Wait,
I'm not moved by that deal.
I got two more, right? I got two more.
What are y'all doing?
Who else I'm putting there?
That man got punked out, man.
Who else I'm putting there? I'm putting I put Bam. I said Bam. I put Bam there.
I like Bam more than Sabonis. I like Bam more than Sabonis.
Hey, they can both be on the same team. Whoever you like, it don't. Hey,
they really could. They really could while we playing. They really could.
What I said for one more.
You ain't gonna put Kawhi in there, or you hate him just as much?
I Kawhi's second team. That's the only clip I'm putting.
Can you respect the D Mitch now?
D Mitch didn't
qualify. No, D Mitch
did not qualify. He didn't qualify though. He didn't qualify.
Yeah, he didn't qualify.
That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard too, because the new season. Dang.
That's why we got a docket so you can write your answers down. What do you think?
Oh, 55. Yeah, you're right. Damn.
Because I said that. Hell, Zeno, Chad.
Why is he against me?
I'm trying to think. Who should be?
How about Halliburton, man? How about
Halliburton?
Oh, no. I'm not.
He did get out the first round.
Halliburton nowhere near NBA. That's why that was crazy to me. But
he could get third team. He could get third team.
Who should I put there at?
This is crazy.
Oh, LeBron. My fault, LeBron. I forgot about LeBron. I forgot about LeBron. I forgot about the old dude. I forgot about the old LeBron. I forgot about LeBron. I'm tripping.
We gotta forget y'all. Like there's a reason why he forgot, why he got
He
LeBron.
do own the
But let me go next.
The Celtics did make LeBron go to the Heat.
Let me go next real quick. Hold on. By the way, y'all. By the way,
don't put
hold on. By the way, real quick question. I just want to give people an update on the score right now. About 10 minutes, about 9:50 in the game. About less than about 9 minutes and a half in the game, first quarter. Minnesota's up 9-2.
True. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I forgot to delete that picture. I should have deleted that picture. That's on me. I'm working on it right now. Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you
can delete it from here, but you can't delete it from my phone. But let me get to the third team. The third team I'm going to say is going to be for me, Curry, and Bam, Sabonis,
peak chat,
and the last spot was tricky for me. But damn, because it's between three guys. It's between Fox, Brown, and Zion. But if I had to pick, I'll give it to Jaylen Brown.
He played.
Zion played 70 games. I'm gonna give it Jaylen Brown. I'm gonna give it to Jaylen Brown. That's my third team. Bam, Sabonis, Curry, and Brown.
So Devin, wait.
You'll go next.
So Devin Booker wasn't an All-NBA player for you?
Oh,
he's on my second team. He's on my second team.
Yeah, Devin was on the second team.
What you talking about? Like I had my second team. I had Booker, KD, AD, Bron, and Brunson.
No. I didn't hear. I didn't hear. I thought we all consensus had him third team.
No.
Devin was second. Yeah, Devin.
No, that's what we differ. We differ between Tatum being first or second team, LeBron being second or third team, and somebody else. But no,
Brunson being first, second.
First and second.
Yeah, Brunson being first and second. Yeah, but I have Brunson second. Yeah.
And apparently D Book being second and third, because I have D Book third. I have Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, Bam Adebayo.
Oh yeah, it was Kawhi. Kawhi was there last one.
Bam Adebayo, and I have Rudy Gobert to get that.
I might have to bump. I might have to bump. Yeah, cause I forgot about Kawhi. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to bump him off. Bump Jaylen Brown off the court for one.
We have a docket, y'all. We do have a docket.
So Gobert gets the nod, but not Wemby. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Casual. You said your third team, right?
Yeah, my third team is Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, Bam Adebayo, and Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
Sabonis is more deserving of All-NBA than Wemby. Eat it, Zeno. Shut up.
I agree. And Zeno, who you got for your last team for All-NBA? Zeno, are you there?
He's there.
I am there. My fault. I'm thinking. I'm putting. Okay. So firstly, I believe I left this person on second team. Who did I leave? I actually can't. Anyways, Anthony Edwards, of course. The scam artist himself, Bam Adebayo. I think I'm missing someone. Oh, Booker. There you go. 3. Damn. I feel like I'm missing someone very huge right now.
Go say the name right now.
And Book and Bam.
Bam. Okay. Did you already say Kawhi?
I think I didn't, so I'll put Kawhi there 4.
Okay.
And then, damn, I already said Jalen Brunson. It can't be him. I actually kind of want to put Wemby just for the vibes, but
just for the vibes is nuts, nigga.
Right. If he feeling Wemby, he feeling Wemby.
Nah, I'm not gonna be a little bit more serious. Actually, there's actually. Do you know what? I know this is gonna be a shock. I go Zion, man.
You said that the last time we did this too.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Zion, but yeah, that's not crazy.
You know, Zion. Unfortunately, the media is gonna look at his box score and be like, "Oh, he didn't do this, but he was way better this year." But go ahead, Mario. My bad.
So you said Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, Bam Adebayo, and who was the last one again? I'm sorry.
You said Zion, right?
Yeah, Zion.
Okay,
Zion, the last one. All right.
Okay, and my team, I got LeBron.
Oh my God.
I'll go ahead and throw Rudy Gobert because that's who I got winning Defensive Player of the Year. Gobert. I'll throw Zion up there. Donovan Mitchell. I can't remember if I said Devin Booker.
Donovan Mitchell don't
qualify.
Oh yeah, why do I keep? Oh my God, y'all done said that like 3 times. I'm like my brain. I think I said Booker already. So I'll go. Bam.
Okay.
And Jaren Jackson, just to throw some Memphis up there, because Jaren plays.
Jaren Jackson Jr. for the vibes.
Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know this is recorded. It will be used against you later.
Okay. Next we got all defensive first and second team. Is this? I don't know if this is positional, and I would assume it is.
It's positionless.
Yeah, I was okay. Figured. So yeah, that's defenders in the league. Zeno, you go since you went last time.
I actually wanted to sit down and listen to everyone else. All right. Let's just go. Let's name off some of the easier ones. Straight up, let's get off.
He's gonna do first.
Rudy Gobert, yeah, number one. It was cool. First team, it's gonna be Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis. You have Wemby, in my opinion, should be there. I think I just want to make sure he had played enough minutes, games before I said his name. No, he didn't. I was gonna say Evan Mobley, but nah, he played 50. Jalen McDaniels.
Right.
And then Herb Jones. There you go.
Good names. Casual. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, Herb Jones, Jaden McDaniels, and Bam Adebayo.
Straightforward. True King.
We're gonna go with the best guard defender in the league, man. Derek White.
Okay.
We got Derek White.
Rudy
Gobert. Victor Wembanyama. That's 3, right? I'm gonna give it to Herb Jones.
Okay.
And Bam.
Okay.
Oh, my fault. Change Herb Jones, put Anthony Davis there. My fault.
That's a good one.
Derek White,
I was about to say, my nigga, like, come on.
Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Davis, and Bam. Simple as that.
Switch. That's
simple as
that.
Ace 30. Who you got?
I have Wamba, obviously. He's making it. Then we have Rudy Gobert, obviously. Then we have AD, Anthony Davis, of course.
Okay.
Bam Adebayo. Like, why not? One of the most versatile bigs ever. And man, let's get to the crap, man. Like, this is the most disrespected player in the NBA for some strange reason. And I don't know why his name was not said for first NBA defensive team. Despite his team, he is definitely a top 5 defender this year. I'm going with, obviously, the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro. Like, why have not this man? Why we not make first team defense? Why? Why we not? Like, despite I don't do that. I don't do the team. If I'm not gonna hold the team defense rating against a guy like Wemby, why would I do the same to Giannis?
That's not.
He's been the most consistent thing. He's been the most consistent defender on that team. And when I watch the games, when I watch film, he's definitely not the reason why they're below water. Matter of fact, he is the most consistent thing about that team defensively on every sense of the word. Isolation defense, help side defense, rotation. Even this dude is the best shot tester even on that team. So it's like easily a top 5 defender. I think he should make all the NBA defensive first team this year.
Oh my lord!
I feel like you know well enough the reason why this season, Giannis is the reason why Giannis was even in the MVP conversations was due to his offense and how much that team needed his offense. His defense declined this season. I just don't know why he's in top 5.
We agree to disagree.
Oh
That's
wow.
Who next? Who somebody?
I got Rudy Gobert, Bam Adebayo, Wembanyama, Jaden McDaniels. I gotta go Anthony Davis because I really think he should have been a finalist for D-Point, but yeah, AD definitely should make all NBA defensive first team. Now we got second team. Same order. Zeno, second team. Who you got?
Alex Caruso, Derek White.
I heard that. I saw in the comments they said Alex Caruso didn't play enough games.
No, he played 70 games.
He played 70.
He played enough games. That dude's terrible.
I checked before I said his name. Thing is, Jonathan Isaac doesn't cut it. Even if he did play enough games, he's only playing like 2 minutes a game, so I can't really use him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's too many like good wings to think of.
You already put Herb Jones on your first team, right?
Yeah, I put Herb and J-Mac in my first team.
And Jaden? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Bam. There you go. Bam 3.
We don't talk about this. We don't talk.
Real quick. While you're thinking about that, I just want to welcome in one of our original panelists, Edge from the UK. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, man. Blessings. Sorry about the lateness, man. I had 2 birthday parties. I had a 50th and I had a 30th on the same day, man. So, yeah, man.
Salute.
My uncle turned 50, man. So I got to call him by his surname now, man. I can't even call him by his first name now, man. I got to show him ultimate respect. I already bought him some slippers, man.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
You got
2 more.
Yeah. You got some players left.
Well, restart the list from the top. Zeno.
Derek White, Alex Caruso, Bam. I also, the more I think about it, I might move. I would move Bam up, but doesn't matter. I don't have the choice anymore. Do you think it's actually Nickeil Alexander-Walker? To me, is a really good defensive player. You know,
he really is. But is he all defensive second team, like over somebody like? Let's say like Lou Dort.
Like Giannis?
Better defense than Lou Dort.
Lou Dort should be there. Lou Dort should be there, yeah. I think Giannis can get the last spot there.
Okay. So got your 5? Casual.
Yeah, I think yeah. So
no, I'm giving it to Jarrett Allen. I give it to Jarrett Allen.
I don't think did Jarrett Allen play enough?
Bro,
he did.
Why, bro? Why?
Okay.
You always gotta mess it up for me. I forgot about Suggs. My second team is Derek White, Alex Caruso. Well, you don't have enough. Like, who you gonna take them over? Like, you gonna pick Jalen Suggs over Lou Dort? I wouldn't do that.
I would.
Oh, hey, that's a conversation. I'm not gonna care.
So I'm gonna do Derek White. Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, Anthony Davis, and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay. Ace 30.
Second team, I have Jalen McDaniels, Herb Jones, Alex Caruso, Derek White. Oh man, because this fifth spot can go to a few guys. You know what? I'm not gonna give it to him. Fuck it, I'm gonna give it to him. Give me Chet. Give me Chet for the last spot.
Ooh, that's okay. Not that big.
That's a hot take.
If it was for Chet, I was between Chet and Jared Allen.
Yeah.
But I was gonna pick Chet because I don't think no one's gonna pick Chet in the second team.
That's fine. That's fair.
My for second team, I got Jalen Suggs. I got Daniels. I got Herb Jones. I'm a man. Drew Holiday, man. Y'all, Drew.
This
Listen,
nigga
man.
just giving all
Drew
Celtics love
Holiday.
today, y'all.
I mean, listen. The Celtics got all this top tier talent. I can't tell it ain't on team, so I don't know, man. Hey, who know? Hey, y'all use it for certain play. Hey, that's neither right there. But that's Drew Holiday, one best perimeter defender in the game. That's 4.
Yeah, that's 4.
One more. I may have to say. I'm gonna give it a check, man. Another rookie getting love and all. I'm giving it a check.
Hey, I respect that.
You know what I mean? I got to.
I
could be. Hey, hold on. I could be so that buys all want to. Everybody buys to a degree. That's why I believe in anything in life. Everybody buys to anything to certain degree.
Okay.
So,
because I think I know what you're about to say.
From the UK, we currently got our rundown right now for all NBA defensive. We've already done first team, second team.
Hey Mario, my fault. I didn't mean to be rude, but I just want the record to show that even True the King does not believe Jaylen Brown deserves all NBA team defensive. What do you think? What do you think, Mario?
Wow. But H from the UK, you can give us the
still
rundown
gonna work my money though. So it's like that's the thing though. So hey.
For your first and second team, all defense.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you my first team first.
Okay.
So my first team is Rudy Gobert. Then we've got Wemby, Bam, OG, and Derek White.
OG
I think.
too.
Yeah, I think they're.
OG didn't play enough games.
Didn't he play enough games?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then that would be a hard one. It's not all. If OG didn't play enough games, then
OG played 50 games. He didn't play enough.
Right. Okay. Apologies. Then I'll probably say it's gonna be McDaniels. Then take OG out. I think McDaniels will make it. My second team is Drew Holiday. The reason why I've got Drew Holiday in the second team is because he made the first team last year. And I don't think he made that much of a defensive drop this year. I think both Derek White and him were still both good defensive players. However, I just think Derek White is going to go first team and Drew Holiday is going to go second team this time. Then I got Caruso. I've got Mobley. Now I don't have OG. I've got Jalen Suggs there. I think he was an excellent defender this year. And I also got someone who's a wild card. I've got Anthony Edwards in there. I think he's gonna make it. I think they're gonna push him in to make it. But I've got some honorable mentions in there as well. I think.
Yeah, we got.
Hey, hold on. Can I say this real quick? Can I say this real quick too? Well, since I'm so biased, can I change my pick? Since I'm so biased, can I change my pick?
No, true.
Yes.
Are you good?
No,
you good, bro? We know you love the Celtics.
Since I'm so biased, right? We could take Chet off. I'll put Jaylen Brown there. Since I'm so biased, I don't. Hey. Since I'm so biased, Jaylen Brown's on my second team. Hey, I don't. It is what
I thought he's gonna whip in Jason Tatum. You got it, bro.
Okay. For my second team, we got Herb Jones. I'll put. Do y'all think SGA good enough to make a defensive team?
No.
Nah, if it's only two teams,
not quite. He's up. He's there. He's close, but not there. He's not close.
I don't think he's close.
When you make a positionless, it's just he's not gonna make it.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it.
Okay. Herb Jones, Chet, Caruso. Lou Dort. Drew. Do I want to say Drew? I'll go Drew Holiday.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick. I wanna run through this with you guys because I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. Who do you guys think? Or do you want to introduce him? I'm sorry, Mark. Do you want to introduce it? As far as if there was a third defensive team, who would you pick?
You got it.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. I want to start with you.
It don't matter. I can introduce it.
Yeah, you want to do it.
Okay, yeah. Like Casual said, if there was a third all-defensive NBA team, who would you have on it? And we'll start with A starting.
No. Okay, good.
Okay, cool. So I would put Jalen Suggs, definitely, Jared Allen, Lou Dort, Drew, and then that last spot's tough. Even then, that last spot is debatable. I would, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wouldn't mind if there was a third team. If Ant was there, I would not. I wouldn't be mad at it. To be honest with you.
Oh,
I'm not mad at that either. Shooter King, who you got for your third team?
This is pretty easy to me. So that's why they should have third teams because a lot of great defenders out there. I'm hearing Ant-Man's name, and Ant-Man plays defense and all that, but he's not even a top 3 defender on his team. Believe it or not.
Yeah, Nikhil's better. I agree.
Nikhil Alexander. I wouldn't Nikhil Alexander. If he was a third team, I put him there. That's how good defensively he is. I brought this guy up earlier, Jonathan Isaac. I mean, listen.
Yeah, man, that's my pick.
He didn't
pick.
play enough games.
He didn't play enough games.
He didn't play enough. Hold on.
If he would have played 60,
he played 60.
Damn.
He ain't playing enough games. No.
Damn.
If he did, I would have picked him.
Trust me,
I played 65.
So
he played 65 games. Dang, but Jared Allen.
Okay.
Jared Allen definitely. Now this is where it gets tricky. This is really gets tricky though.
This is where your boys come in, True. This is where your boys come in.
It was tricky. This is tricky. Third team. Alex Caruso.
Okay.
That's kind of easy. Alex Caruso. That's 3, right? I got 3. I said Kale Alexander, Jared Allen, Alex Caruso,
KP.
Okay.
KP didn't play enough games, but I will put another
games.
I will put another big man on there, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'll put Giannis at third team. He been doing Chet Holmgren. That's 4. And the last one, if I had this, this is it's 5th spot. I may got to take. I'll take a guy like I'd take a Kawhi Leonard. Why not? I'd take Kawhi. I was trying to I was trying to say somebody not Kawhi. To be honest with you, is when it's third team, but I'll take Kawhi.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Casual.
I'm gonna give mine, and then I gotta head out, guys. Salute to y'all. But my third team, if it did exist, would be Jared Allen, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Suggs, Drew Holiday. And I'm gonna give a hot take. A lot of been hearing a lot of people will say either Kawhi's name or something like that. I'm gonna give it to Fred VanVleet. I think Fred VanVleet deserves to be up here as a what if All NBA 13.
Question.
Hell no.
Wait. Question. More than
Dylan
Not
Brooks.
now.
More than Dylan
Not
Brooks.
now.
Yes.
Not now,
The only reason why I would pick him over Dylan Brooks is because as much as Dylan Brooks was impactful defensively this season, he was getting ejected.
Thank you, True.
That was messing up like his. It would mess up the impact for the Houston Rockets to where like they were overly dependent on guys like Jalen Green. It wasn't until Amen Thompson came back from injury where Fred VanVleet was able to fall back into his role. But he was always his main responsibility was being a point of attack defender for the Houston Rockets. So that's why I'll give him a nod over Dylan Brooks.
All right.
Okay.
Shout out,
You know,
I know you gotta go.
we gonna it's okay, schedule. Sunday is church day. We gonna raise hands for you. You know what I'm saying? Put your name in the pot.
You got away with it.
That's sweet.
He got away with it. He didn't get away with it.
I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here. For now. What's going on, Drew?
I'm gonna save it though. I'm gonna save it.
Oh, he's trying. He thinks
no,
he's gonna dodge the predictions.
He wants to.
Okay, we go ahead and go to
predictions.
the next person.
Yeah.
H from the UK. Who's your all NBA third team?
My third team, I've got AD. Jonathan Isaacs, I don't care if he's not played enough games, man. He's getting put in. I don't care. If anything, this is my honest opinion, hot take. He's the best defender in the league right now. I don't care what no one says. He's the best.
I'm not mad at that.
Jonathan Isaacs is the best defender in the league right now. I don't care what no one has to say.
I ain't mad.
Then I got Chet, I got Lou Dort, and then I got another one. He's missed it out by a few games, but I don't care again. I saw Thomas for the Detroit Pistons. Fantastic defender. He's going to be probably at ATG he's going to be an all-time great defensively. I can already see it, man. He's next level. He's on the level of Ron Artest and those type of guys, man. He's a fantastic defender. He played 63 games, but I don't care, man. He's getting put in because the rest of them are really just above average. You could say Jarrett Allen, you could say probably SGA as well, but I think these guys, especially Jonathan Isaacs and Sir Thomas, I think they're going to be top tier in probably next year. They're going to make first team, in my opinion.
Valid. Zeno, who you got?
All right, I'll try and speed through this. So I have everything that Justin said, except from I don't remember what his fifth was. Could someone remind me what his fifth was?
You mean casual?
Yeah, casual.
Oh, I cannot.
Anyways, let's just say the last person you chose, we removed remove that and put in Giannis.
Okay. It's Fred VanVleet, though.
Yeah, it's Fred VanVleet. I was like, yo, you got it, bro. Yeah.
Okay, my third team, Giannis, because I don't think I mentioned Giannis in the second team, so I'm gonna go Giannis. Surprisingly, nobody said him, but I'm gonna say him. Jaren Jackson. I don't know why this man just like get overlooked, looked past for his defensive efforts on the Memphis Grizzlies. Still one of the best rim protectors.
You don't think he took a decline defensively though? You don't think he took a decline defensively?
I mean, this season his defense might have took a little hit because he had to carry the offensive load, but I think he still stood his ground on defense though. I think he's still one of the best defenders in the league. So I'm gonna go Jaren Jackson. I'm gonna go to Kill Alexander. Since y'all said Fred VanVleet, I think Dylan Brooks is a better defender than Fred VanVleet. So I'm gonna go Dylan Brooks.
Mario. I just want to say this real quick. We did not say Fred VanVleet.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right.
Say Fred VanVleet. That's his own. That's his own. That's his.
I have a gripe with an ant pick, by the way, but I can't say it. I have a gripe with that.
Yeah. And
I could have said somebody better, but
Jaylen Brown, because I don't think I mentioned Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown definitely would make third team all defense if he or second team. He's good enough to make second team, but I would have him on my third team. Before we get into the playoff second round predictions, I do want you guys to please like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to this YouTube channel to get more content from me and other people on this platform. Follow our socials. They should be in the comment section somewhere or in the box down below. But yeah, just like this video. Moving on, second round predictions. I know today the second round kicked off with the Nuggets versus the Timberwolves. How do you guys think that this series will turn out. And can y'all give me? I'm not watching the game, so can you give me a little analysis of how the game is going so far? Because I did miss. A30 did say something about how it was going.
Right now is what at least where I'm at right now is a tie game, 25-all. At least where I'm at. What happened was the Timberwolves got to a good start, but then they start turning the ball over, then the Nuggets score in transition, make 3-point shots. So now it's a tie game. They was up by like 10 at one point, but now it's like 27-20-25 where I'm at right now. But that's pretty much what's going on.
The Nuggets are making threes. Oh, so they were trolling last series. Okay. Cool.
No, they wasn't. Like now is more of a they're looking for them now because Timberwolves is taking away most of their first actions.
Yeah.
So they're converting through. Yes,
they were trolling last series. Yeah, fair enough.
So how do y'all? How you think this series is gonna go?
I think this series is gonna go 7 games. I think what we're in store for the best series of the playoffs, in my opinion. Outside the potential of like what can happen in the finals, but I think these are two of the biggest teams of their conference. These two of the physical teams of their conference, and I think this is Timberwolves got a better bench. Timberwolves got a better defense, and they're just as good as the rebounding team as the Nuggets. The problem is 2 things. One, they got to control transition. They can't allow any transition points. And number 2, offensively, they have to make threes that are on. The most underrated thing about this Denver Nuggets team, they are one of the best defenses in the league, and especially in the playoffs, they execute way better. So, in order for the Timberwolves, in my opinion, for the course of victory to win this series, they have to create enough cushion, make their threes. Carter Towns have to be aggressive and smart at the same time, and then that's the only chance the Timberwolves can get it. But overall, my prediction for this series, I have the Nuggets in 7. I just think they're going to make their threes this series, and I think they're going to execute. The execution is going to get them over these games. I got Nuggets in 7.
Yeah, we got Nuggets. A30 got the Nuggets. True to King. Who do you have in this matchup?
I'm not going to necessarily regurgitate everything Sturdy said. It's going to be definitely a tough series by both teams. But if I had to pick, off of just everything gathered up to now, from the playoffs to now, I've made Timberwolves in 7. I think.
Okay.
I think, like I said, even like in this game, if you want to go off this game now, Murray is struggling right now, and Michael Porter Jr. is stepping up, which that will be a factor too. Michael Porter, it's gonna be a whole team effort of them knowing doing what they gotta do. So, especially against the Timberwolves. But that being said too, Timberwolves guys they got slow. They got to cut down on turnovers. They want to win a series also. To put it out there. So if I had to choose, it's Timberwolves in 7.
Timberwolves in 7. Okay. Zeno, who you got?
Wolves in 6. Actually, the funniest part when it comes to this series, I actually predicted this series from the start of the season. In the off season, I was thinking that coming into the season, I do think that the Wolves and the Nuggets were going to play. I didn't think it was going to be the second round. I thought it was going to be the third round. And I picked the Wolves. I just thought that at that point, I think the Wolves defense, the Wolves ability to slow down the Nuggets offense, which is something that the Nuggets hasn't really seen since like 2020. I thought that was going to be the main reason why they would be able to push through. But yeah, I also think Anthony Edwards is his skill set is a combination of what the Nuggets weaknesses are on defense. When you're playing against the Nuggets defense, their biggest issue is their rim protection. Anthony Edwards is one of the best. Is one of the best athletes in the league, while being one of the best rim pressuring guards in the league and rim finishers. That's literally a plan for success against the Nuggets team. And then he's also shown consistently in the playoffs that his jump shot also is automatic in the playoffs. So that's my reasoning for why I think the Nuggets are going to win. I think they're going to be able to slow down the Nuggets, and I think Anthony Edwards is going to be able to do enough heavy lifting on the offensive end to push them through.
Nuggets. Oh well, you got Timberwolves in 6.
Yes.
8 from the UK.
Yeah, man. I don't mean to boast or gloat, but I just need to remind True the King again. I told you that they're gonna sweep the Suns in 4. I told you this, and look what happened.
You
Timberwolves
did say
swept
that,
them.
ladies and gentlemen. You did say that.
Yeah. Lakers and yeah, man. I told you it's gonna be a breakout for Edwards as well, and we're seeing that already. But with that being said, I got the Nuggets in 7, man. I think that experience is gonna carry them through. Personally, I think it's gonna be experience. I think it's gonna be plays like, how could I say, just execution and Jokic making timely offensive rebounds and then just getting the foul. I think it's just going to be an edged out game. I think it's going to be the best game in the series, but just execution and the little finer details, especially on the offensive glass. I think Edwards again is going to have another breakout game, but no, I think the just execution really what's going to carry them through on experience.
Okay, so we got 2 Nuggets in 7, 1 Timberwolves in 6, and 1 Timberwolves in 7. I got the. This is hard to be honest for me. I'm gonna just go ahead and say Nuggets in 7, and I'm just gonna say experience with them. But I do think they'll play better than how they played in the first round against the Lakers. Though. They should, hopefully, because we saw the Timberwolves play some of their best basketball in the first round. When we was watching the Nuggets, they had some off games against that Lakers squad. But I'm gonna still pull. It still came out victorious, but so I'm gonna still pull the Nuggets this round due to experience and stuff like that. So Nuggets in 7. The other matchup that we have. The other matchup that we have in the West is after last night's game, my Dallas Mavericks won. They beat the Clippers in 6, which I said Kyrie would win in 6. And that's what he did. Now they are facing OKC Thunder.
OKC Thunder team that swept the Pelicans. Do you think, Mark? I got you.
Okay, thank you. So who do y'all have in this series? I'm excited to hear what y'all got to say about
Mavs
it.
in 6.
Gonna start with Zito. Go ahead, say it again.
Oh shit, my fault. Mavs in 6.
Okay, I like that. Do you want to explain why, or do you just?
Oh, okay, cool. I think actually I might move it to Mavs in 7. Okay, so originally I was going to say Mavs in 6 because I think the Mavericks are clearly the more experienced team. Luka has seen a lot of postseason. I know outside of like the last time he was in a postseason, he's not made out of the first round, but he's actually been there as the number 1 and consistently have to deal with that type of pressure. I don't think Shai has really been dealing with that pressure as a number 1 sit until this literal playoff season. So it's gonna be a new experience for him. He played well in the first season, series. I'm surprised. I'm gonna be watching him in this series too. I think the Mavericks are just more experienced, as I said earlier, compared to the Thunder, where majority, if not outside of Gordon Hayward, I want to say, pretty much have not touched the playoffs. They're all like new to the playoffs. Ludo and Shai aren't, but outside of that, all of them are new to the playoffs. So I'm really curious how like, you know, volatile they're going to be. And then I just trust Kyrie and Luka down the stretch more when it comes to down these games. If there's one thing I will say though is going to happen is that Luka's defense is going to be more exposed than it was against the Clippers, because the Clippers are more of a mid-range to 3-point shooting team that they'd rely on that, while the Thunder are known for dribble penetration. They're known for dribble drive, kick it out, dribble drive, DHO, inverted pick and rolls, all of those type of stuff. So it's going to be very interesting how Luka looks in the series defensively. Same with Kyrie too. I'm actually curious about that. So to keep it safe, I will go Mavs in 7.
Okay. H from the UK. Who you got in this series?
I've got the Mavs in 6 or 7. And my reason is based on, I think, the Thunder. I just think in terms of their shooting, I think their shooting's going to cool down a bit. They were very hot from the 3-point line against the Pelicans. I think they were shooting around 40%. Around mid 40%. However, I think that's going to drop off, and I think that's going to be the difference in the game. Whereas I think the Mavs, in terms of the scorers they have, they can score in multiple ways, whether it's getting to the line, whether it's shooting from the mid-range, from the post, the elbow, 3-point. I think that's just going to carry them through. I think the role players for the Thunder, they're gonna struggle, and the shots that they're gonna make are just not gonna drop. And that's what's gonna be the difference in this game or this series.
Okay. True to King, who you got in this series?
Mavs in 5. Is this? I mean, listen, like Luka is not. I don't think the Thunder defense can make Luka struggle like the Clippers did, because Clippers has more personnel wise. You could put people on Luka. It's not a lot of players you can put defensively on OKC on guys like Luka to get off and create and for others. And you got a guy like Kyrie also next to him. It's also shown that he can play decent defense himself. You're solid
Yeah.
defense. So, and it gets in that Clippers series. Who would have thought, right? Best like guys like that. And like you said, just they're a bigger, like the Mavericks are a bigger team. They're a more experienced team, and there's Thunder got a shot. Of course, there was the number one seed for a reason, right? But that being said, um, they're gonna be really tested. You know what I mean? SGA got playoff. We understand it. I mean, listen, they got playoff experience. They swept the Pelicans. Granted, I mean, with no Zion, so this is not. It's gonna be a different tax, a different test. SGA MVP candidate, the score and all, Chet Holmgren, J Dub, and those guys. But listen, if Chet ain't playing 48 minutes a game, which I mean, listen, what other big they gonna put on the floor? At least we talk about the week. They Mavericks got Lively and Gafford. You know what I mean? So they always gonna bring some size, rebounding, things that taper, mix things up in that way. So I got Mavs in 5.
Ace 30.
I think the panelists did a good job of describing how the advantages or disadvantages of the series. But keep it short and sweet. I got the Mavs in 6. I think this is going to be a role player series, in my opinion. I think this is the series Mavs is really going to exploit some of the defensive coverages that the OKC is going to run on them. I think don't be surprised if Derek Lively and damn, I keep forgetting his name, and the other
Yeah.
big have a great series.
Talking about
And
Gafford.
Gafford, sorry about that. Gafford is primarily because Chet lack of experience in the playoffs. Your backline defense, especially when it comes to dynamic perimeter players, is pretty important. It's not pretty important. It's just safety blanket. And I think this series in particular, Luka and Kyrie is going to drive a lot of attention and get those guys open and the shooters open. And because of that, I think the offense of the Mavs is going to be more consistent than the offense of OKC. And due to their lack of size, it's not like the Mavericks are one of the biggest teams in the West, but they're bigger than the OKC. And because of that, I still think they'll have the rebound advantage. So I got Mavs in 6.
Okay. I'm gonna go Mavs in 5. I mean, and I do agree. I think that this will be this series will more be focused on what the role players do. I agree with that. Were you on that Ace 30? And I kind of I want to say technically because I think OKC got better offensive players outside of like Luka and Kyrie than the Mavs. But like I just think due to the experience that the Mavs got, I think that they should take this. And if the role players don't even work, I'm confident enough in Luka and Kyrie to just carry this team and take them over the hump against this OKC team. But moving on over to the East, we still in round one. Okay, we just gonna move to this. We got the Pacers versus the Knicks. The New York Knicks beat the 76ers in 6, which kind of hurt me because I was really pulling for Embiid. And the Indiana Pacers beat the Bucks in 6, or was it 5? 5 or 6?
It was 6. It was 6.
Okay, beat them in 6. Now they face each other in the second round. Bronson versus Tyrese Halliburton. Who do we have, folks? We'll start with
let me start this one off. Man. Man, we gonna see a Southern ass whooping. I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all. I was trying to be respectable and maybe say Knicks in 6, but Knicks in 5. Like Tibbs love these type of matchups. Like they're the bigger team. They're way better on the boards, way better defensively. And to be honest with you, the way Tibbs has been coaching these playoffs in Tibbs' natural MO, he's going to take away 2 of the best things your offense like to do. And what are the 2 things the Pacers like to do? They like to run, they like to pace in space. They're gonna what Tibbs is gonna make that offense do. They're gonna get back in transition. They're gonna double. They're gonna hedge against Halliburton. They're gonna make everyone except Pascal Siakam beat them, and that's why. And most importantly, who they gonna put on Jalen Brunson? If Jalen Brunson figured out how to score against the 76ers with a way better coach and a more favorable defensive matchup with the wings they had, what are the Pacers going to do? Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5. True to King, you got a response to that?
I mean, this is a good JV matchup. Let me stop. But that being said, Knicks in 4. I mean, it is a better team. They just the better team. Bad matchup when it comes. Listen, no disrespect. The Pacers beat the Bucks. I mean, listen. Even with Giannis being hurt, whatever, Dame ain't. Listen, and we can quite frankly be honest. Dame ain't Jalen Brunson in 2024. Like, let's be honest. Like, this Jalen Brunson, this is a tougher matchup to guard than a old shot chucker and Dame. This is Jalen Brunson. This is a guy that, you know what I mean, he's one of the best guards in the league. So it's gonna be tough for somebody to contain that because the creation of what Jalen Brunson can do. I don't know Tyrese Halliburton. Like I don't know. Like yeah, I mean it's cool and all, but like what they gonna put Aaron Nesmith on Jalen Brunson? Like that's still gonna be their best bet, but you need Aaron Nesmith to hit. I mean, it's gonna be a tough matchup. You need Aaron Nesmith to hit those jumpers, hit those shots, whatever. So, and listen, Pascal, like I said, Tibbs. I like what Sturdy said with Tibbs. They're gonna like take away the Pacers what they do best, and I don't see the Pacers the defense they play. You mean Jalen Brunson ain't Dame? That's what I mean. Sorry about that. Jalen Brunson isn't Dame. My fault. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really not really interested in this series like that. Like I mean, really look into it. Be honest with you. So I got Knicks in 4. Knicks should win easily.
Okay, Zeno, who you got in this series?
I got in this series I have the Knicks in like 5.
Okay, Knicks in 5. H from the UK, who do you have in this series?
I've got the Knicks in 6. I agree with everyone on the panel, especially Ace Sturdy, in regards to just the style of making everyone else but Siakam and Halliburton beat them. However, I think that the Pacers will get 2 games off. They have one game where they get really hot from 3. I think Obi Toppin will have a game where he shows out and he balls out. And also TJ McCollum, who again is an underrated role player. And they'll probably get another game just by the Knicks, just through their woeful shooting as well, because they're pretty streaky. But again, the rest of the games will just be down to hard work and graph, winning the offensive board battle, which I think will be integral to their strategy. I think Coach Tibbs is just showing once again that his tried and true method of having that defensive team around one offensive point guard is tried and tested. It's a very underrated tactic, similar to how Coach Brown used to do it at the Philadelphia Sixers with Iverson. I think it's a tried and tested method, and it's going to get him to the Eastern Conference Final. And I think if they get there, I think that game against the Celtics or that series against the Celtics, it's going to be a very, very tough battle for the Celtics, and it may go 7.
What happened?
We just
He moved.
no. Hey, that was slick. Barry, what you got?
I got the Knicks in 6. I think that the Pacers do get 2 games at least. Yeah, I think the Knicks just a better team. Even though technically, we talk about the Pacers being a team that didn't have like Giannis, a beatdown game. I mean, the Knicks played a beatdown. They played a man that was still hurt from his knee injury and man that had Bell palsy. So half his face is paralyzed. So that's what they beat. But I'm gonna still go Knicks simply just because they're better than the Pacers. So Knicks. And the last series that we have, the first round is still currently going on between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. So I'm gonna ask you who y'all have for this, who will finish this round, and then that wouldn't even work. Yeah, okay, we'll do who will finish for the round 1, and then who you got in round 2. So whoever you pick for round 1, carry it over to round 2, and you get what I'm trying to say. So who do you think will win? They should be going to game 7, right? The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. So who do you have pulling out in game 7? True to King.
I told y'all, man. I'm still calling Orlando in 7. Told y'all. Listen, y'all. A lot of people said I was capping. I ain't gonna say people names on the panel H. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say no names. You know what I mean? But a lot of people said I was capping. Orlando in 7, man. A lot of people thought that, hey, Orlando wasn't too inexperienced, whatever the case may be. But listen, Orlando, hey, it's their time. I think it's their time to, you know what I mean, to really start making noise. So, I mean, I think Joe Mosley right now is listen, he out coaching JB Bickerstaff right now. Like he's trying different things in the series and it's been working. So I think Orlando gonna win game 7. So they're gonna advance in the second round.
Okay. Zeno, who you got? Cavs versus Magic.
Magic in 7.
Magic in 7.
Smart man.
Yeah, I've been on a train. I've been on that same train as you. Sorry.
You're fine. 8:30.
I got Magic in 7. I think the loss of Jared Allen with his rib injury, that's a huge blow. Granted, the Cavs could win this game. They're at home. The role players shoot better at home. But I think without Jared Allen, the Magic they're gonna get better. They're gonna get more success going downhill, and most importantly, they're gonna get more second chance opportunities to compensate for their lack of shooting. So I still think it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna definitely be a nail biter. But I think the Magic gonna edge it out 7.
It's from the UK.
Yo, I'm just trying to remember. True the King mentioned my name, man. When did I When did I vote against the Magic? I ain't even vote. I didn't even take it.
I swore you picked Cavs over
Nah,
Magic.
nah,
I
nah,
could
B.
be wrong. I could be wrong. Hey, we
Nah, I
can go
didn't
back
speak
to
on this
say I
game,
could be
bro.
wrong. Nobody said if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I swore you picked Cavs over the Magic. But I don't
Nah,
know.
man, I didn't even speak on this game. But just for that, I'm going with the Cavs now. Just for that, I'm going with the Cavs. Game 7, Donovan Mitchell with a 50 ball.
They lost with a 50 ball too, by the way. Anyway,
Nah, man,
but
they're gonna win with this one, man. They're gonna win with this
hey,
one.
he lost a lot of 50 balls. He had a lot of 50 balls in couple in the bubble and lost too. So
No,
it ain't no different.
you ain't
Ain't no
lying there,
different.
man.
He know
You
he
ain't
know
lying
he
there,
know
man. But
he known but he known for losing a lot of games dropping 50. So that's one thing
you ain't
Donovan
lying
going
there,
through.
man. But this is gonna be the one he wins, man. Like, this is
It
gonna be the
could
one, man.
to that point he could because like I said before, no team has one on the opposing team floor. So hey,
Nah,
you
they
could
haven't.
be right. You could be right. That's so I mean, hey, I could be wrong too. So but going back with Sturdy saying that Jared Allen injury, and you can tell off even of that Lando game, that was that could be so it's gonna
Nah,
be tough. It's gonna be
Sturdy's
tough.
100% right with each team winning on the home court, and also with just how the trends are this season. It seems like the younger teams are just beating the old guards, man. So
Yeah.
if we're just gonna go with trends, we'd go with the Magic winning, just taking over the old guard. But we have to wait and see, man. We have to wait and see.
And also too though, man. Listen, hold up, man. I do want to say this real quick because it was I know we ain't doing no recap though, but I do know this. If it was the results was a different way, we would be doing a recap, right? So I do want to address this, man. It's a lot of quiet chatter. I don't see a lot of people after the Celtics did what they did against Miami Heat. You got some people on this panel that said that the Heat was going to give the Celtics some problems. Survey says that was a lie. They had one dark magic game where they shot a historic rate. Had shot a historic rate. A franchise record. Only game they won. They made 23. They made like 21 or 22 threes that game, right? In game 2. Guess how many threes they made the rest of the other games they made together? 21.
Woeful.
Listen, man. I'm just saying, man. Listen, and whatever happened last year, the Hawks pushed the Celtics to 6 games. Fast forward this year, the Celtics handled business and they whooped that behind. Belts the behinds. I ain't gonna listen, man. So
We gonna get
belts
to
the
the second
behind.
round.
I'm just saying, man.
Let's
Oh
get to
yeah,
the
we gonna
second
get to the
round.
Celtics. I forgot we gotta talk
That's the
about
last
that.
one. That's the last one, True. Come on, True. This is the
Yeah.
Hey,
last one.
Okay, so I got the
that's
wait.
all I gotta say. That's all I
I
gotta
got
say.
the I'm gonna go Cavs pulling this one. I know Donovan Mitchell played crazy last game, so I think that he played crazy again. And his teammates step up for him and they pull it out and beat the Magic. Even though I love the Magic, I love what Paulo was doing over there right now. Still got the Cavs pulling this one out. So obviously, there's still, like I said before, this is still currently going on in the first round. Second round, I think we picked different teams. So I think some people picked the Magic. If you pick the Magic, they going against the Celtics, and if you pick the Cavs, they're going against the Celtics. So True to King, I think you picked the Magic. Who do you have coming out of the Magic versus Cavs series for you?
For what you said, I had Magic beating the Cavs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no,
they
no. Magic versus
Oh
Celtics. Magic
my
yeah,
versus
oh,
Celtics.
yeah.
oh Magic versus Celtics. Oh, that's a listen. That's like a varsity
For
versus like
those, for
freshman.
those, for
That's
those who
like a
don't know, for
varsity.
those who don't know,
I thought it was my
KP is
turn. I thought it
projected to
was
miss
my
KB is projected to miss the second round. What do you think, Chip?
yeah. But yeah, and which is hey, shout out to KP. Hopefully he gets healthy soon. I saw a report. I mean, not report. I saw him in the press conference. He said he's gonna come back at a historic rate. So he's very confident of him returning back as soon as possible, but also being healthy. So hey, shout out to KP. And hey, enjoy the show, KP, because Celtics in 5. I'm being generous. Just because I've been showing a lot of Magic so love all season, I think they can get a game. If Miami Heat, that Miami Heat team got a game, they could probably get a game too. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give them that respect because I really like what the Magic been doing all year. I like the players. I like Jamal Mosley and them. So I'm gonna give them that respect. You know what I mean? But listen, man. Hey man, shout out to Duke. Shout out to Duke Baylocks in the chat, man. Let's shout out to Duke, man. But that being said, I got Celtics in the 5. KP and no KP, man. Listen, the Celtics are just a better team. The Orlando Magic. Hey, one thing they play defense. We've been talking about their defense, but listen, offensively, it's just not. It's not going to cut enough to go against another great defensive team like the Celtics. Even though KP being out, our third best player, you saw what Derek White was able to do as that third um as the third guy role in the sense, right, of carrying that load. And you see what he was able to do. So I'm confident enough that listen, man, Magic, listen, Magic is not good enough, they don't have a chance. Um Celtics in 5.
H30, who you got?
Regardless of either team that they face, I think Celtics in 6. Similar reasons. I think the Celtics offense is going to spread both defenses out. But I do think whether it's the Cavs or the Magic, they're going to get 2 games off the Celtics. The main issue the Miami had against the Celtics was obviously their injuries, but primarily they couldn't score. They couldn't score against the Celtics, and but their defense showed good promise against the Celtics and during stretches of games. So I think I think both teams' defense, especially the Magic defense, they match up better against the Cavs. I mean, against the Celtics offense. But from a tactical standpoint, I think especially against the Cavs, if Jared Allen not there, if the Cavs make it, then that only gonna open up the Celtics offense even more. That's less of a deterrent for Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown to get downhill. But if they go against the Magic, the Magic simply don't have enough offensive power to spread that offense enough to help simply put enough pressure on the Celtics defense themselves. So I think against both teams they shoot the lights out while stifling their offense. So I think regardless, I think Celtics win the 6 second round.
Okay, Zeno, who you got?
Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5.
Man,
Okay.
Sturdy and
Alright,
Gino was spitting facts. Like they
H,
like
H from the UK.
Oh, it depends, man. If it's the Cavs, I got the Cavs in 5. No, sorry. If it's the Cavs, I got the Celtics in 5 or 6.
I'm about to
If it's the Magics, it's going 7, man. But either way, man, give a shout out, man, to the star player on the team, man, Derek White, man. But I like that. Other what I forgot his name, man. That 6'9" role player, man. Yo, he's getting triple doubles, man. Yo, he's a good player, man. I like his talent. He's got a nice handle and all that. But if he's a bit more efficient, he could become a superstar, man. That role player on the team, man. I got his name. Jason Tatum. That's it, man. That role player, man. Yo, he's the most talented role player, man. Yo, he's decent.
Hey, you think you gonna run with that narrative though, man?
Not all NBA
nasty.
first team player, man.
That's nasty.
Yeah, man, that role player, man. He's talented, man. Yo, he's talented, yo. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Tobias Harris. He reminds me of Tobias Harris with a bit more flair, man, a bit more.
You're not wrong there. You know.
Here's the thing too about that being like, cause that's a narrative too. Oh, and Tatum did not shoot well against Miami, believe it or not. But here's the thing. That's just a reach right there because one thing that people complain about Tatum his whole career is not necessarily him being necessarily inefficient per se. Because let's be real, when you a volume scorer, that what comes with being a lot of volume scorers not being super efficient at times. It is what it is, right? Only like a few cases rare in the sense of that, right? But Tatum get to the free throw line. Tatum got to the free throw line 9 times per game. That's an A plus. He can do listen, as long as he ain't turn the ball over, and long Taylor can be aggressive, which he was against that Miami Heat series. Hey, he's playing good ball to me, making right decisions, being aggressive. That's all he got. Hey, everything else gonna fall in place. So listen, man, averaging 10 rebounds per game, averaging 24 and 10. That's more than role player to me. More role player than me, playmaking, doing all that. So hey, man. Hey, but that being said, it's a lot. It's a lot of role players on that Magic team. If you want to compare them to Jason Tatum, it's a lot of them. You know what I mean?
Yo,
So
man,
hey,
yo.
a lot of them
Hey,
compared. You want
how, yo, on that Magic team, I'll just let you know, man, on that Magic team, how you imagine Jason Tatum, the Magics have that in Paolo. So I just let you know that from the jump, man. Jason Tatum is looking like Tobias Harris with a handle.
Tobias
That's
Harris,
all I'll say.
Tobias Harris. Hey, Tobias Harris. Listen, that it sounds cute because they light skinned, they both 6'8". That sounds cute, but you better look at what Jason Tatum did against the Magic this early season and see what he did. I mean, listen, listen to anything make it clear. It's going to get dark. It's going to get dark, and Jason Tatum won't shoot that bad against Orlando or Cavs, by the way.
So true. Let me ask you a
So
question.
let's make that clear.
What did Tatum average in that closeout game? What did he score, man? Let me know. Come on, let me know.
For the closeout game.
Yeah, man.
I already told you it don't matter what he had in the game.
Oh, why does it matter, man?
It don't matter because here's the thing with Tatum. See, y'all can't move the goalposts. See, y'all move the goalposts with Tatum. You want him to be aggressive and make the right decisions and make the right plays and reads. But now you want Simper to come out here shooting. Listen, he shot bad, but guess what? Did he make the right decisions and make the right reads? Absolutely. Did he play great defense? Did he rebound and been more aggressive? Yeah. But when it comes to that, I mean, come on, what we talking about?
All I say, man, before we go, you better hope that KP is healthy against the Knicks, man. Because Jason Tatum is going to flop. He is going to flop in the. He's gonna flop in the courts, man. Yo, you might not get to the finals. I'll let you know this, bro. You might not get there.
we got multiple episodes before that time. I promise you. I promise.
KP coming soon. KP coming back soon.
Okay, but I got the regardless of who the Celtics play in the second round, I think the Celtics should be able to beat both teams.
Smart woman.
In 6 games. For the Knicks, I think of a sweep or possibly gentleman's sweep if I said the Knicks. Oh my gosh. The Cavs, it should go in 6 against the Cavs, and it should go to no more than 5 against the Magic, in my opinion. But yeah, the Celtics should come out victorious in the second round. Before we wrap it up, hey Sturdy, what's the update on the game, brother?
Well, it's currently halftime. The game about to come on any minute now, but the Denver Nuggets are up by 4 points, 40-44. I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all, man. 40-44. The Wolves have edge and rebound at 28-26. The Nuggets have edge and assists 12-8. Same thing with steals 7-1. The Wolves got 4 blocks to 1, and the turnovers is 8-6 in favor of the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets shooting 33% from 3 right now, and the Wolves shooting 27. And even though they've been offensive rebounds, they've been 0 second chance points, but the Denver has been capitalizing in the fast break with 8-5. And right now is balling, dog. This dude got 25 points in the first half, efficiently. Like no cap. He is the only reason why the Wolves offensively is even in this game. They can't hold this dude.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to dip. See you guys later.
It's done right now. Anyway,
we're about to end it anyways. So we're gonna wrap it up.
But Mario, send us off. Mario, send us off. No, send us off. Send us off.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. That's the end of the show. Of course, we'll be live next weekend, Saturday at 4 my time, and I want to say I am Central, so 4 to 4:15 Central between that time. Thank you, Zeno, for coming on the show. Do you have any final words?
Thank you guys for having me on. Jesus.
Appreciate you, Zeno, man.
Sorry about that. I'm kind of a little bit sick, But yeah, thank you very much for having me on the show. I enjoyed it talking to everyone here. Maria, A Sturdy, H, True the King, Casual when he was up, Herm when he was up. Yeah, and I enjoyed the the comments talking, progressing and talking about what we picked on the show. It was really nice.
Well, we appreciate you. You're welcome here anytime. A30, H from the UK, True the King. Any final thoughts before we end?
I just got one final thought, man. Shout out to everyone in the panel, man. True the King, Mario, Zeno, he sturdy. Shout out to Lamont as well. And everyone, I just want to make an announcement as well. Tune in to the Pull Up podcast. Tune in for the funeral over there, man. Tune in for the funeral. Yeah, man, it's gonna be wonderful, man. You're gonna see a lot of tears. You're gonna see a lot of shouting and hollering, man. But it's all right, man. Let it out, man.
Shaw rebranded too, man. The Mavericks won.
Oh yeah, shout out to rebranded Casual. Even though he left early, he was here. Shout out to her too.
Go subscribe to Mariah's channel. Go subscribe to her.
Go subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Go subscribe. Let me see. So
go subscribe to True the King's channel.
I'm about to put it in the chat now.
Subscribe to this YouTube channel, like the video. If you
absolutely, hit that like button, subscribe, all that stuff, man. All that stuff helps, man.
Go follow our socials. Like I said, they should be in the comment section or in the box below when it drops. We about to go watch the second half of this Denver Nuggets game, and I'm about to go listen to Kendrick Lamar disc because this man done dropped again. So
he dropped another one.
He dropped another one.
Mid-live. He dropped mid-live. He dropped again.
Nah, come on, hold up, man.
Nah, yo. This is abuse. Like,
Nah, you lying. He did not drop.
Hey, I gotta go listen to it.
Yo, he did not drop. He did not drop one. Though.
Hey, salute.
In the show, Mario. In the show, like we gotta go.
Yeah.
Hey, salute.
It's not a dream.
Hey, shout out to
Tuck your chains, yo. Kendrick is out. Yo,